Live from a creepy, deepy, neepy, noopy, doopy, deepy, it's the Grandma's Virginity Podcast, episode 21. On this week's show, Mother Royland lays down the law when she catches a young Justin smoking pot.
Not that big of a deal. You know, hey, no, calm down. It's fine. I did it too. I did it when I was your age too. It's just...
Lovable scamp Abed stops by and shares the valuable lessons he learned during his recent stint in LA County Jail.
Don't shit there. You can shit there. You can piss here. Use this phone only with the white tape on it. Use any other phone, you get your ass beat.
And special guest Kyle Kinane stops by to talk about his burgeoning stand-up comedy career.
I had a showcase for the Jimmy Kimmel show when I first moved to Los Angeles, where the guy that was there to watch the showcase got up and went to go to the bathroom during my set.
Plus, listener email and absolutely nothing else. Strap into your little hats. Here we go.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Grandma's Virginity Podcast, episode number 21. I'm Justin Roiland. With me is Jackie Buscarino.
You usually say Ryan first.
Oh.
I wasn't ready.
What's that about, Justin?
He's trying to mix it up.
Yeah.
Did it?
And Ryan Ridley.
Yeah. Hello. That is true.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it like maybe that you favor her more right now in your mind?
Maybe.
No way. He barely would buy me any candy at the 7-Eleven or the liquor store on the corner.
Did he say that if you walk with me, I'd buy you candy?
And what did I do?
Yeah, but I sort of pressed my luck.
And
I
what
wanted
did I
to
do?
get the exotic kind. It was
Yeah.
$2 a candy, and he said, no, just pick one.
No. I said, look, if you want the exotic candy, pick one, or you can get 2 regular American candies.
You didn't offer me that.
That's what you did, and I
But
didn't
that's
complain.
what I did. And he did buy it for me, but then he yelled at me.
For
because
what?
I got into his stash of those
I bought my
Belgian-
own little candies.
They
and
are
then
disgusting.
I left the room
No,
and I
they're
come back
delicious.
and she's digging through mine. And I'm like, I just bought you 2 things.
2 American candies.
And now you're digging through my Belgian candies?
Yeah, that's what you when you
From
walked
Belgia.
When you walked in, you called her a scumbag, a little scumbag.
Yeah.
And you're greasy. I knew your greasy little hands would be all over them.
Yeah, unwashed, filthy.
Why wouldn't you just give Jackie?
scummy
Why don't you
hands.
just treat Jackie today?
I
Didn't
don't.
you hear, didn't you hear what she was saying? She was doing all day.
What?
Jackie, what were you doing all day?
One guess. Crying.
So Justin,
I didn't
you
hear
know
that
she's
part.
an emotional
He doesn't
wreck,
care.
and you can't just treat the girl to some fancy European chocolate.
Well, I didn't hear that part, Ryan. If I
I
had
tried
heard
it
that,
and I didn't like it.
So now what do you got? Reese's?
Well, I finished the bag of Reese's Pieces, and I have a Heath here that I could
Ooh.
eat, but I'm starting
she's
to feel
saving
sick
that puppy
because
for
Justin
later.
told me the water that I've been drinking is from a moldy filter.
Yeah. I wouldn't drink it if someone paid me money.
All right, well, good.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be going according to plan.
So here we are.
What's going on? You want to talk about it?
Can you talk
No.
about
Not even in vague generalities?
No.
Come on.
it? Really, Jackie?
A little bit.
No.
This is the episode of honesty today.
Yeah, this is the episode of Honesty. We're going to have Abed Gaith coming in here for
He's going to be
big-
talking about
his first interview after he was released from prison.
Yep.
Was he
That's
raped?
pretty huge.
Well, we'll find it out.
But it's pretty big news. I mean, I know that everybody's sort of become,
Yeah.
jealous of us that we're the
ones that are going to
exclusive.
break the
So
story.
nobody has heard what's happening with him. He's saving it
Yeah.
for this?
yes,
That's
yeah.
a lie.
No, I mean,
Well,
I'm sure
I'm
he's
sure
talking to
yeah,
people, but
but-
we're gonna be broadcasting
This is the
it.
first time 3,000 12-year-olds will hear it.
Yeah.
And also the other thing is we were reviewed by, remember we did that interview a long time ago for that podcast called Podcast Squared?
Yeah.
Well, because we did our 20th episode, he decided it was time to give us the official review.
Yeah.
And it was overwhelmingly positive. He said that the one problem with it was the episode length.
It's
Too
too
long.
long.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta say, the 2 friends that I had that have listened to the show, like it's really funny. But the one thing that it has not running for it or against
Going
it is
against
the
it.
length.
Okay.
Is that all the podcasts like Ricky Gervais, they do a quick,
Hour.
hour long. I don't know.
Half
That's what I'm
hour.
saying, hour, and it's like quick, and
All
this
right.
one goes on for too
So
long.
I've got a solution.
Yeah.
From now on, what we're going to do, we're going to do everything exactly the same. We're going to say that they're only 45 minutes long.
And they'll still be 2.5
And they'll be listening.
hours.
They'll be like, "Oh, this is really good." And then they'll look at, I just listened to 2.5 hours.
I think it should be shorter.
I agree with that, Ryan.
All right. Well, how about this then?
How about it's whatever it is with the least effort put into the edit?
This is an experiment. This is an experiment.
How about that?
One suggestion was to break them up into 2 parts.
Part
like
1, episode 21A. Oh, episode 21B. That's horrible.
Or maybe we'll just record 2 episodes in a night, and we'll record 2 separate introductions.
And
how about
then
that idea?
That would force us to...
Would they be shorter?
Yeah. They'd be half as long. If we'd still record just as much. But
I think that's a good idea.
So then, like,
It'll
for
never
instance,
work.
Why would you say that?
Well, because we'd have to still come back to do listener email because you can't bank that.
We just read half the emails now and half the emails.
That's stupid.
And the other show.
We read them all now, and then we come back one day next week and we read all the
How
current
about this?
updated newer
We just
ones.
record 2 episodes a night every 2 weeks. How about
How
that?
about
No.
How about you guys do what they did on The Sopranos when the mother died, and you just piece audio of me together, and I don't have to come at all.
Yeah.
And then you can just play clips and
All
let
right.
me go, oh,
But this is, Jackie, this is the only place you have to go anymore. So I don't know what you're complaining
Yeah.
about.
Doesn't this make you
I
happy
know.
to come here?
no.
Get your
That's
mind off
what's
of things?
sad.
Uh-huh. It
It's my
doesn't
only
make you...
place to go, and I don't even want to be here.
Because I walked in today at 5:30 and you're here. Usually you don't roll up until just
Well, the
5
truth
minutes
was
before
that
the
my
recording.
car, I know, I got my car worked on just like down the road. So I was like, I'm not going to drive all the way back home.
So is
Boy,
your
this
life
is fascinating.
Is your life miserable or not?
Miserable or
Yes.
happy?
It is.
Yes.
And it's because
It couldn't be probably any worse. Listeners, I'm always saying, look out for your 30s.
Uh-huh.
Please listen to me. It is the worst time of your life. I don't see any
you're a
light
woman.
at the end of the
If
tunnel.
you're a woman.
If you're a woman. I don't see any hope.
No
No
hope.
rainbows.
No rainbow.
Nope, no
Nothing.
handsome
Blackness.
princes.
Nope. Nope.
Wow.
No.
What do you mean blackness? Come on.
Hope that you get into a horrific accident on your 29th birthday. That's all I have to say.
Jeez.
So then you're spared
Like-
the
Or
Or the
misery.
fatal.
the eve of your 30th birthday.
Wait,
a
something
fatal.
that kills? A fatal
Yeah,
one?
Yes.
fatal, right?
Okay.
James Dean style, motherfucker.
Jackie, I think you need to look at life as a glass half full type of
You
situation.
better shut up. You
Because-
better shut it up.
The sun'll come up tomorrow.
Yeah. Bet your bottom dollar it's tomorrow. Hello, everybody. It's me, Gene Shalit.
Keep going, Gene.
The sun'll come out tomorrow.
Yo.
2 stars out tomorrow. That's when I'll be there with my reviews. I'm Gene Shalit of the Sunday Post, New York.
You'll meet another fella tomorrow.
Is he gay, Gene Shalit?
Sure.
Huh.
Hopefully.
I mean,
boy.
if he isn't, then there's a lot of heartbroken gay
Jackie,
boys out there.
I think that you're going to fall in love and you're going to be swept off your feet.
What, when I'm 50?
No, in the next couple of years.
Couple of years. Thanks. Thank you, Ryan.
I'm just saying, within the next couple of years.
I just
I give
feel
her by
like
2017. 2017.
I hate
At least.
you.
Okay, let's go. Justin, what do you got? Bring out the phone. Bring out the phone. Bring out
I've got a lot of stories and topics that I could discuss with you guys. I mean, you know, if you want to, I don't know about a fluid segue into anything, but I can read off a few things.
Please.
What do you want to hear? Do you want to hear my close encounter with Tom Green, famous MTV star?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the option number one.
Do you wanna
Jackie, put your damn computer away.
Yeah,
I was
seriously,
looking at
dude.
Thurup's page.
I don't
haven't
give a fuck.
Oh, you're
Ow!
looking at your friend's Facebook page? Oh, forgive
right.
me. I didn't know it was so pressing.
Well, I
Um,
have friends.
Do you want to hear the story about when my mom caught me smoking weed? The first time I ever got
Oh,
caught.
all these stories are about yourself.
Well, who else would you have stories about?
I want to hear about Tom Green.
Do you
Didn't we
want to
already
hear
hear
about
that?
the storming of Porkchop Hill?
Yes.
Do you want to hear this?
I
wanna-
read a book this week.
I'm
Yeah.
reading a great book about the nurses that had to treat all the
Jackie,
soldiers in Baton.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
I bet that the soldiers treated the nurses with batons.
God, I wish I was there.
And then, do you want to hear my thoughts on hypnotism? Those are
No.
your choice.
I'm kind of curious about the hypnotism thing.
Ugh.
God, I wish we could do an interactive show where the audience could vote. That'd be pretty funny.
Oh man, boy, I'm really feeling the energy right now.
Hold on, I'm deleting.
No, not you. It's my
What's
own
the
fucking
matter?
fault. I don't know. I'm just tired. I want to just do I want to do a laid back, like, what's the guy that was his kid stays in the picture?
Robert Evans?
Yeah, I want to do like a Robert Evans type thing, just sipping a drink.
For
and
a Loco?
Yeah, just put like no energy and effort, just relaxed kind of a show.
He didn't,
Turn the mics up and kind of talk quieter.
Justin, he didn't put no effort or energy into his audiobook, if that's what you're referring to. That's just his style, the way he talked.
That's my point.
It was 1972. I was balls deep in Ally McGraw, and the Godfather was the biggest hit in the country. Me and Francis went to...
Okay, I
mean,
know.
that's
my
good.
point
Thank
is,
you.
my point is, I just want to relax and do a show for our fans.
Well, yeah. Let's then do it.
All right.
Jackie, what
It
story
was
should you talk about?
1976. I was balls deep in Ally McGraw.
The weed one.
Huh?
The marijuana one.
Okay, so the first time your mom caught you doing drugs, set it up like Robert Evans.
All right, it was 1997. I was balls deep in
You don't have to always be balls deep in someone, you know.
I was balls deep in a Nintendo 64 game. The movie Road Trip.
Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah, Johnny Mnemonic was failing at the box office. All right.
Made people believe that dolphins could lead a rebellion.
All right. I don't remember that movie, but no, but seriously, my first experiences with marijuana was 15, whatever. And also, I just want to make it clear, I don't do it now, and I don't condone it, and I think little kids should just say no. Anyways, when I got caught, I was 17 at the time, and I had some shitty fucking garbage weed, and I had just gotten a Nintendo 64 recently.
Uh-huh.
And there were no games coming out. I remember very specifically Nintendo had 3 fucking games on the console. And I had rented this Star Wars game, which was really good. Like Empire Strikes Back, something like that. And it was really good. And I was playing it in my room with the door closed. And I'm thinking, God, this would be awesome. This would be even better if I was stoned. This game would be even better than it is right now because it's really good and I'm enjoying it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to smoke. But do I go outside and make a whole fucking thing about it, or no, it's too much. I'm just going to open my window.
Focus on Justin's story.
No, it's
What
fine.
is
Let her.
Play with toys.
This is Jackie, like an ape, like picking up like a shiny object and just kind of observe, like, ooh.
Is this for a massager?
No, you dipshit. Do you really want me to show you what it is?
Yeah.
Give me this.
Well, I need that.
All right. Where was I?
He is like an ape.
Yeah, she's like, ooh, like just, or like an autistic person, you know, one of the two.
Coco the ape.
Not that I'm drawing any, parallel
Give
between.
it back.
No, you don't even know what the fuck you're holding.
Get all agitator.
Oh, God. My
All right.
ears.
Okay, where was I? So I thought, okay, I'm gonna smoke weed. I'm not going outside and doing that. I'll get caught. I'm gonna just crack my window open.
Fool.
With the door closed and just smoke and blow it out the window. And then it won't come back in. I'll do it really good. So I do that. I take like 3 or 4 puffs and I blow it out the window, close the window real close, put the weed away.
To be 15 again.
No, I was 17.
Oh.
And I'm like, all right, okay, yeah. Okay, this is it. I did it. And then I get back into the game. All of a sudden, there's a knock on my door.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, this wasn't part of the fucking plan, and I'm paranoid, and I'm like, fuck, all right, here we go. Like, yeah, what's up? What? And my mom's like, what are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? And I'm like, nothing, I'm just playing my video game.
Why
She's
didn't
like,
you tell her you
open
were
the
jacking
door.
off?
I'm beating off. I'm looking at porn. No, it wouldn't have worked.
About to come, Mom.
No, because first of all, I wouldn't, and second of all, I was high, and I'm fucking like so freaked out. Like I'm as much anxiety and fear as a human being is capable of having at the thought of like, oh my God, don't ask me to open the door. Like, open the door. I'm like, oh, all right. So I open the door. And right away, she's like, what are you smoking in here? And I'm just like,
What are you smoking in here?
fuck. And so she comes in and closes the door behind her, turns the light on. My lights were off, just the gentle hue of the video game was what I was.
Were you getting
bathing.
really into it? All baked, super into the game.
He didn't even
No,
get a chance to.
I
it
barely
sounds
got
like.
a chance
Yeah.
to.
Oh, okay.
It was the
Okay.
timing was
Why didn't
so
you blow
bad.
it through a dryer sheet?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't,
Oh, I mean,
28.
No, that doesn't work, Jackie. Oh, I don't know if you're listening out there, kids, but that does not work at all.
Yeah, Jackie, come on.
I didn't do it.
Anyway, so I'm like panicking, and I'm caught. I'm fucking caught. I had to fess up. She's like, "That's weed. I can tell it's weed."
Well, why
smoked
don't you
weed.
say it was incense or any of the other things you can convince naive parents?
Because she
knows
knew what
better,
it was.
right? Aren't
Okay, yeah.
didn't your parents smoke weed when?
Well, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So I get so fucking freaked that I just break down. I start crying. I'm
You're
just
17 years old.
17 years old.
Wait. Can I
Oh
ask you
my
a question?
God.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What do you think? He's a puss right now?
I was moved out when I was 7.
Okay.
I was living on my
Yeah,
own
he's,
when I was
wow.
7.
Look at
crying.
you.
He's
Oh my
crying to his
God,
parents.
you're such a baby.
Little Miss
Okay.
Independent over here.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Little.
I was moved out when I was 8, living on my own.
Okay, so
Pathetic, though.
it is. Well, of
A
course.
17-year-old boy.
Crying
Go ahead,
to his
ask
mom.
me.
Mommy,
Here's the
sorry.
question, because I've done this move before. Was it the sincerely emotional breakdown?
Yes.
Okay, it wasn't the I'm gonna.
No.
Okay, acting. Me,
No.
me, me, me.
No.
Get in the headspace.
No.
and-
No, it was like all this terror, like the idea of getting caught smoking weed was like this just insanely monumental fear. Like this is like a milestone of like horrible hope it never happens, like worst day of your life kind of like, things.
Yeah. I remember when my parents got divorced, but go
Okay,
on.
well, whatever. To me, that was one, and it was like I was just terrified of the idea of it, and I think all that build up, and then it happened, and I was high when it happened, obviously. So that contributed, and just the fucking paranoia, like just being really high, and then that happening, and sort of I unleashed the only way I could the only thing I could do was just start bawling because I was like, fucked, I got fucking caught. Like, this is the end of my fucking life. What's
So
gonna
then
fucking
what
happen?
happened? What happened?
So I'm just bawling, and she wanted to come in and like fucking put me in my place. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know that shit's not good for you. Like, get mad at me. But I was so upset, and I was crying so hard that it was like suddenly she was like, okay, all right, listen, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Not that big of a deal. Hey, no, calm down. It's fine. I did it too. I did it when I was your age too. It's just, you shouldn't do it, but I mean, look, take it easy. Take it easy. Whoa. Yeah, it was that. And it's funny because looking back, it wasn't my intention to like, turn the tables, but that's what happened. It got to the point where she had to like comfort me.
Did you
instead
do
of
it
getting me
again?
in trouble.
Did you smoke weed in the house again?
Not in the house, but I did.
Oh my God.
Again, obviously later in life.
This is how he lives his whole life. Do you see right now how he became who he became?
Yes.
What do you
of course,
mean?
But he never gets scolded. He never gets
No,
in trouble.
stop
He
it.
just cries
That's
his
not
way out
true.
of everything.
Shut the
and
fuck
then
up.
his parents are like, "Oh, you poor thing. Here, you know what? We'll buy you weed. Please, just stop crying."
Son, I got you. It was a graphics bong. It's most expensive one they had. Blown glass. Here you go.
Oh, thanks,
Just
Dad.
please smile
Oh,
again.
jeez,
Let
thanks,
us
Dad.
see a smile, Justin.
Oh boy, let me take a hit off of this. Woo! I'm scared. It makes me scared.
Oh, let's buy Justin a car.
So you're crying, and did your mom at any point when you calmed down ever go, okay, he's had some distance. We'd like to talk to you. You and your father
Yes.
would like to talk to you about
No, she never told my dad, thank God.
Oh, my God.
Would he have been really angry?
If my dad had caught me, it would have been a whole different ball of wax.
Would he have
What-
punched you or thrown you against the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
What kind of household do you think I grew up
Well,
Just
leave it
'cause
to
you-
Beaver.
in? No. But
Did your
Jesus
dad
Christ.
ever hit you?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Never.
But
My
she's
mother.
like, that's what should have happened for me to respect you. No, like he would have been fucking pissed though. It would have been bad.
Would your dad have grounded you or something, or like
Sure, I'm
taken
sh-
something
yeah,
away?
something would
so
have
he was
happened.
like more of the disciplinarian.
Yeah.
Did you
yeah.
ever get grounded when you were
Yeah,
little?
yeah.
You would
Yeah. And I
Like-
got spanked too. I got my ass
Ugh.
beat a couple times.
by your
Yummy.
dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I mean, when my dad was a kid, him and his brother Phil would get in trouble, and my grandpa would say, "All right, go out and get a stick." Go pick a stick.
Cut a switch.
I swear to God. And my dad would tell stories like how he would go out and just always get he'd always, get a nice firm stick because he was like, well, I did wrong, and get a nice firm stick. And my uncle,
masochist.
He was just doing what his dad told him to do.
Why wouldn't he get the pussiest?
Well, maybe that's what his brother got.
Exactly. My Uncle Phil would always go get a little twig. and my dad would just get the shit beat out of him, and then my Uncle Phil would be like, it would be like a leaf, like just a twig with leaves on it.
Green.
And as it would swing down, it would bend from the wind.
The dew is splattering off his ass.
Yeah, and he would smile at my dad as my dad would be in the corner.
Did you get spanked, Ryan?
Yeah, when I was a little kid.
Yeah, that was such the anticipation of the spank was just like the most terrifying thing.
Yeah.
I got the worst.
My dad threatened with the belt, but I'm trying to think if you've ever actually used the belt. Does that even still happen anymore? The kids
sure.
still get
Come on.
Whooping?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I think kids need it now more than ever.
Now I do think that parents are getting a little bit too.
Come on, buddy.
I don't want to hit I don't want to spank my kids, but I do think if they were stupid enough to run across the street or do something where they're in danger, to whop them on the butt, I don't think just to get their attention and then say no is appropriate. But
or just maybe cut off a toe.
Maybe the pinky one.
Put a cigarette out on them.
Yeah.
It's so the thing about it is when you're a little kid, your parents or all adults are just these. I mean, they can be just these scary monsters.
Yeah.
These huge beings that just the mere threat of a little pat on the ass is fucking terrifying.
The worst spanking I ever got was when me and this kid, I won't say his name, but I was in first grade and he lived behind me in the trailer. His family was renting from my parents, and and we went out. One day, it was like a Saturday. We're early in the day. My mom and I went grocery shopping. I said, I want Star Wars or Ghostbusters cereal. Okay, she bought it. I came home and I had it with me, and I walked back to the trailer and I pounded on their door. Come on, let's go out in the orchards. And I took the cereal with me, and we just took off. And it was we were just gone for the whole day, just missing. 2 kids, completely missing. I didn't tell my parents I was going anywhere. And I was like, I'm sick of holding this cereal. So I dumped it into the ditch and then threw the box in the ditch, and there's just cereal in the ditch. So and then we just kept going. We found another ditch somewhere, and we were sliding in the mud and just got filthy. And the sun set, and we're still out there. And my mom was looking for us, and she saw
the cereal
trail
in the ditch. She saw the cereal in the ditch, and she's like, they were
losing their mind.
Convinced that we were kidnapped and that we were being raped.
Especially during that time too. Only you're a little bit younger than I am, but there was a period in the 80s where kidnapping and molestation were huge issues.
Yeah.
It was a big trend.
Yeah.
So it was on the cover of Time magazine.
It was a cutting edge. But so they finally caught us in the ditch, sliding down into the muddy water, and my mom grabbed us, drove us back, and before I could even,
cry.
So before I could even figure out were we in trouble? I didn't even think we'd be in trouble for this.
Yeah.
Boom, hardcore spanking.
Your ass?
My ass got
Did
spanked.
she spank him too?
No. My dad did it. My mom drove me back to my house,
and
then my dad spanked my ass, and he went home and probably got his own. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his parents and my parents were both when you're in first grade, I could get away with it now, and even I could have gotten away with it in 6th, 7th grade, but first grade, that's young.
Wait, you're saying you could get away with just leaving all day and not?
Yeah, because I think I had set a precedent by then.
Oh, I mean, now you could.
Oh yeah, now I could totally get away with it. I'm 30. I'm not telling you where I'm going. Be back whenever. They'll be all right with that.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Here we are. We're back. We're joined by a very special guest.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Who is it?
Want to know who it is?
I want to know.
Well, he's an old friend of mine, and he's one of the hot up-and-coming comedians in this country, and dare I say the world.
Yeah.
Kyle Kinane.
Hey, how's it going?
Now, Jackie, you said you never heard of Kyle Kinane?
Well, you wouldn't. I asked you 10 times, who's our guest? Who's our guest? What's his name? And everyone ignored me.
I don't know if you've ever.
And then 1 second before you showed up, he rambled your name off.
Rambled.
And then she hopped on the internet, did some research.
You're right to not know.
Well, maybe Kyle is not a household name now, at least in Jackie's household. But let me tell you
I'm
something.
still up and coming.
He was just on Variety's 10 comics to watch.
Wow.
And let me tell you something about that list. You make it on that list, you're going to be famous within 2 years.
Who else has been on that list?
Oh, boy.
Name some.
Oh.
TJ Miller.
Come on.
There's one.
I don't know who that is.
I only know people I know
Fred
on there.
Stoller. Jeff
Who?
Cesario was that in 1982. You're going to tell me you haven't
Jeff
heard of him?
Cesario.
I don't know.
I just watched him on
What
a
about-
Canadian TV
Has Tim
program.
Allen been on that list?
Of course.
Larry from Perfect Strangers. I forget the actor's name.
Anyway, the point is Kyle is an up-and-coming, happening comedian, Jackie. You need to be aware of him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get on it.
In fact, he's been hard to lock down for an appearance here because he's too busy on the road.
I'm up and coming, so that means I was in Winnipeg, Canada for 2 weeks.
He's literally standing and ejaculating right now. And it takes a lot out of a guy.
It's exhausting. Your knees buckle.
Constantly standing and ejaculating.
He's covered in sweat.
So used to it at this point. It's a second nature
Were you
gesture.
touring with a group or just by yourself?
His improv group.
Yeah, I was touring.
Shut up.
It's like the Partridge
these are the
Family. We had a bus.
Canadians.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Canadians.
Canadians.
Why
It's
did-
like
yeah.
Canane, but with Canadians or something. I don't know.
Do you know them from Channel 101?
No, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But me
I
and
know,
Kyle
I
have been-
know Ryan from
Yeah.
back when.
10
Yeah.
years.
Okay.
I remember we were both volunteering on the Chicago Comedy Festival.
We were. We drove other up and coming
That are now totally unknown.
Yeah.
I mean, really, most of those guys that I remember thinking, like, oh, what were they called? Like the.
I don't know. I remember being like, Bob Zaney's in my van. That's Bob Zaney is, and he's riffing, and it's not that funny.
What the-
But he won't shut up.
Is there anything more interminable than unfunny riffing?
Or comedians that just don't know how to communicate any other way.
Yeah.
Like every story we went by, it's like Fred's luggage.
Yeah.
Fred's dad had a dream that his son would someday own a luggage shop. Jimmy John's sandwich. Jimmy John's dad had a dream.
Oh my God.
Like he did that for every business. Like
That sounds a little bit like me.
Yeah. What's it
God.
like in
I
a
need to fucking take a note on this one.
Bob
Oh.
Zaney, you say, with a Z?
Does everybody try to one up each other? Like when you're backstage at the comedy club and there's all these comedians backstage, does everybody
picture.
try to like have a pissing contest?
No, see, I go
God,
go to
nothing worse.
alternative comedy shows where people fold into themselves.
What do you
and
mean?
Are completely crippled and don't know how to interact.
The comedians in the back room, the hip new comedians?
Yeah.
I could see
What?
that.
Yeah.
I
They're
believe
not
it.
riffing?
No, I believe what
You
he's
don't
saying.
get.
What do you got in the back room there? The Christian Shaw?
Yeah, what do you got there?
What do
Yeah,
you mean?
but
Paint a picture.
I'm. It's all awkward.
Really?
Yeah, awkward, self-conscious people. You're surprised by this?
Yeah.
Channel 101 is surprised at a community full of
Well,
awkward,
comedians-
self-conscious people.
But comedians are different. First of all, stand-up comedians are different mentality than people who make videos on the
Some of
internet.
them are.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
How so?
No.
You know, I mean, comedians are performers by nature.
Yeah, but I totally get what he's saying. Like I get the sure you get the like backstage room. I don't know. I imagine every back room at a comic club is going to be a bunch of comics like just fucking inside themselves.
Yeah, I guess if it's before a show. What about after a show when they're all loose?
Then maybe.
Relaxed.
Yeah, a little more so.
Yeah.
But I'm not all the time, but a comedy club. So you're thinking comedy club. I'm thinking shows around town, like the people I would hang out with.
Yeah.
Like,
Think about where I grew up.
comedy club comedians, like old road guys, are kind of insufferable.
Like
Yeah.
Shecky Green.
Shecky Green. Why did I just hear his name? And then he drove drunk into the fountain in front of
I
Caesar's
think they were talking about
Palace.
that on Mark Maron's podcast. You listen to that?
That's what I was just listening
Yeah.
to on the airplane
Yeah.
yesterday.
Is that true? He really drove drunk into the
listened to
comedy
that
palace.
one.
I mean,
I
into
guess.
the
'Cause
Caesar's
that
I
one's
Palace.
did
good.
listen to that one.
Yeah, it's good. I've
Shecky,
plugged it
Shecky,
many
Lecky,
times.
Lecky Green.
Do you have listeners to this, or can we just shit on people?
Yeah. No, we have a healthy listening
No,
audience.
we
But-
can shit.
okay.
No, we can.
Let's shit on
we can
people. We
shit
don't
on
have
people.
enough.
Oh, yeah,
edit
no.
what I said out about Bob Zaney.
We need
edit that
controversy.
out.
Oh no, he'll never hear.
No, when I say we have listeners, I mean we have about 3,000.
He means Bob
15-year-old
Zaney is the only one
Bob
who listens.
Zaney listens to it 3,500
Yeah,
times.
every month. Yeah. And he actually goes around the country and downloads it from different IP addresses all over the world. Actually,
Yeah.
he's a busy guy.
He's waiting.
Every week, I mean.
Ryan Ridley's dad had a dream. So his son would have a podcast one day.
And I'm going to make it seem like he's getting 3,000
I don't know who Bob Zaney is.
You're right not to know.
You know, the last time we talked about negatively about a comedian on this podcast was Richard Jenny. And,
what?
Yeah.
Post?
Oh, yeah,
Pre
yeah.
or post?
No, before. And then he killed himself.
Obviously before is the joke, Kyle. Obviously.
Wow. Well, way to go, Ryan.
I thought maybe you were legitimately talking about Richard Jenny for some reason.
No.
Anyway.
He should be in the back room, this guy, Ryan.
Yeah, stick with the videos.
And everyone's inwardly concentrating on themselves. He can be going around talking about Richard Jenny.
I don't know who that is either.
He killed himself.
Oh my God.
Was he young or old?
I don't know.
Middle age.
What's old to you?
Yeah.
He was
Like
probably
70.
22. I don't know. No, he was over the hill.
45.
Aw.
Anyways, enough about that, you know.
He cashed in his chips.
I think most of the hair that was splattered on the wall was gray, if that makes sense.
Oh, man.
Boom! That's
Booyah!
your comedy club bits and gags.
Everything's a...
It's the worst, though, when you're talking to a comedian, they're just like, you don't even communicating with them as a human being. They're just like,
Yes.
that's the worst.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just be a human being!
Can I talk to you
Yeah.
about the world as just a person? Just as a person?
What's the worst experience? I always wonder. I didn't get to ask that last guy you had, and that was like did stand up comedy, but like
Kumail?
The last
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Of course she doesn't know
last
any comedians.
No,
She
but,
doesn't know
like,
people she's met.
what's the worst that you've bombed? That's true on stage where you were just like, oh no.
I had a showcase for the Jimmy Kimmel show when I first moved to Los Angeles, where the guy that was there to watch the showcase got up and went to go to the bathroom during my set.
Whoa.
No.
His only job is to...
I got called fag before I even made it to the microphone at Riddles in Orland Park.
yeah.
That was my first paid gig. I was an MC. I was walking up the stairs of the stage, and somebody just goes fag. And I didn't go back the next day. I called in sick.
Are you serious?
I
it
gave up.
affected you that bad?
Well, how'd your set go?
They were a bunch of Southside douchebags.
But how'd
anyway.
your set go after you got called fag?
I was an MC. It went that way.
Yeah?
It went exactly.
Faggy?
There was no triumph afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to let him bother me. No, I'm going to totally let him bother me.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I'm going to tell him my car broke down.
There's
I can't make
nothing
it.
worse than like fake bravado when you're like, I'm not gonna let these fuckers get to me, and you really are just deep inside being consumed by.
Yeah, what
no,
can you do? Like, go up there and go, hey, it's me, fag. Hey, everybody, I'm a fag.
That's probably the best thing you could do.
Yeah.
I stayed up in Winnipeg. I had two people that were like, I don't know if they were like on some kind of drugs or something, but just kept talking to me throughout the entire show. And then they both just started bursting into like their own little like laughter between themselves, like dying, not at a joke.
But
I just said,
goofing on you.
no, I just said, what's going on? They said, there's a phone jack on stage. And we just thought about how funny it would be if somebody plugged a phone in.
Oh, my God.
No, they were
yeah.
high.
And then some other woman on a different show just started talking on her phone in the front row.
What?
Oh my god!
Which that's like, am I just an oversensitive? Like, can you believe it? Somebody talked on their cellular phone at a comedy show. Like, there's so many more offensive things in this world.
Sure, yeah.
But in the world I've established for myself,
Can you believe it?
all
A
relative.
giant tsunami killed a bunch of people in that one country. I can't remember the name.
I hate when people in the audience get
Trying to
too,
put it in
too
perspective,
comfortable
yeah.
or something, and then they're like, it's almost like they're trying to hijack the show. Like when I was at the Magic Castle, there was a woman who, like, the magician just, is kind of doing a shtick and wants people to talk, and she would not shut up, and it made everyone uncomfortable, and it's like she totally hijacked the show, which you guys are going to say I'm doing right now.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
But
Jackie.
I don't know how you guys do
But
it.
see, that's
I
a
don't know
prob-
how you get up on stage.
but
and
in
do
my
it.
head, I think heckling a magician is hilarious. Like, that's why I'm
wasn't,
a shitty person, because I would love to heckle a magician.
No,
But if
I
you were
see-
there, you
I
wouldn't
see what
think
Jackie's
that.
doing. She was this audience member was trying to be funny, and it was just nothing was
No,
working.
no.
What was she doing?
She was just like she was getting too comfortable. She was
Tell
like
us.
a 60-year-old Mexican
What did she
lady,
do?
not
Give me
driving
a
on the
girl.
town,
She
but
was
Quote.
Mexican.
God.
She
I
was
wanna
a
hear
he would
quote.
Mexican
say,
for
he would
one.
say, "Here's a chili pepper," and she'd say,
course.
"I hope that the card. I hope the ace of spades is inside that chili pepper." And then he'd be like, and then cut it open, and then the card would be inside the fucking chili pepper. And then
She would call
and
out
then
the
call the shots of
Oh,
what he was doing, and
yikes.
then try to mix it up. Like, he'd ask a lady like, "What card do you see?" And she'd say, "Oh, it's the I don't know, the 10 of diamonds or whatever." And she'd say, "That's not the card," or like just trying
Maybe
to.
she was an old She was a young magician in Mexico until the cartels cut off her hands.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
They believed
she did not have hands.
They believed she was a witch, and they cut off her hands. So now all she could do is bitterly she could raise nubs to her mouth to drink.
Tricks.
Yep.
Yeah, go to
I don't know.
I
feel like
I know magic.
I would have
And
more
you, sir, are
fun
not a magician.
with that lady in the crowd than I would without her there.
It was uncomfortable. I
No,
know.
but
I know
you
what
have
you're
to-
saying.
You
but
have to
it's-
just take your brain and say, this is really uncomfortable, but also, if I just look at it from another side of the coin, it's kind of actually
Well, here's the question.
entertaining
What do you think
to-
magicians are like in the green room?
Oh my
They're-
God.
I don't
They
think
just fuck each other.
I would say I would get that lady kicked out and then say, "See, I made her disappear."
Yay!
yeah.
Boom, and that everybody would have loved you.
I'm about to
the
make a
best
handless older Mexican lady disappear for my next trick. Bouncers, please.
How do you practice your routine? Do you just
Jackie, look at
He's
you.
the first. He's actually talking about his stand-up and
Okay,
stuff.
all right,
I
go
think
ahead.
it's interesting.
Well, because we're letting Jackie take over.
No.
fine. That's okay.
Ryan has questions, but I do.
Oh, there's real questions.
Yeah,
You know, maybe a
probably.
couple.
He
All right.
usually conducts the interview.
I
And
have
then I'll
one.
stop. I'll
No,
stop.
I
after
want.
this
Oh
one.
no,
don't-
I learned my lesson in the last episode of the Sarah Silverman one. I really blew it. So go ahead,
What?
Jackie. I've been humbled.
Yeah.
up.
Really?
No, he's
Based on
serious.
sound?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Go ahead.
Ask away, Jackie.
How do I practice?
Yeah.
I just go and do shows all the time.
So you don't do stand before your mirror and
With a hairbrush?
I don't know. Sure. That'd be awesome.
All right, so Jackie's done now. Oh,
I said I was done. I was
Oh.
only going to ask one more question.
where are you from?
Yeah. See, I didn't ask that because I knew you. That's always
No,
my
because
first
you had a
question.
better one in the chamber.
Yeah, you actually had some legitimate questions that I think other people might have been curious about. So congratulations, Jackie.
Shut up.
Question of the episode.
Good work,
There-
Jackie.
I'm curious.
All right.
Curiosity satiated. So Kyle, here's what I want to know. This
What's
is
that?
because I've known you.
Yeah,
And I know that-
better, more than a decade.
Yeah, a decade. And here's the deal. This is why I'm so impressed by you, because you were doing stand-up for so long and having a day job. Dramatic
Is that the
pause.
question?
And
Because you just made a statement. I thought it was fine to get my water.
And, I didn't know what you're doing. I didn't know if you're going to be down there for a while.
Yes. Yes.
And this is the deal, because this is what I want Jackie to hear. So, because Jackie's terrified of keeping a job and losing a job and having money and all this. So Kyle, which I'm totally irresponsible about. So Kyle had his
You're
day
afraid of
job.
all those things?
Yeah.
So Kyle had his day job for years and still doing stand-up. And which is a weird thing. It's like when you call yourself a comedian, it's like, can you really call yourself a comedian until you're actually making money 100% professionally by comedy is the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you finally got to the point where you're freaked out, but you quit your day job.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to. Well, that whole can you call yourself something if you're not making money at it?
Mm-hmm.
I rape kids. Am I a pedophile? I'm not making any money yet.
There's no. I'm not wearing a jersey out there. I'm not-
That's the defense in the
Yeah.
court of law.
Well, I mean, that could
Ladies
be-
and gentlemen of the jury,
My
I
God.
rape children,
Yeah.
but I have never made a dime.
not until you get those,
Am I not a pedophile?
those UFC shorts with all the patches on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because it's scary. Because you're not like getting like, hey Kyle, here's a big paycheck to be a comedian. It's like, okay, can I quit my? Kyle's working like shitty fucking day job.
Well, what did you
Yeah,
have
what
to
were
do?
you doing?
I worked. I was closed captioning was my last job with Matt Bronger. I don't know if
Yeah.
he was on the program.
No, not yet.
We don't have to worry about him. He's doing fine.
Wait, what? Closed cap? Like you had to sit there and type like
Yeah, type out what
Wow.
people say.
live,
I-
right?
No.
I
That
applied
was
for
for
that.
like there was like those were like the really good Top Gun.
Got it.
people.
Got it. The people that they knew for sure wouldn't write
that was-
penis, butthole.
Yeah,
They're
that was,
heavily vetted. It's like Pentagon.
Iceman
security
and
clearance.
Maverick were in there
Yeah.
for those.
Yeah.
Did
No.
you meet them? Were they stars? Those guys?
No, they just got their own room.
Oh, okay.
There-
It was
there's
like
a-
it was like one lady, and she got her own room and would just come in with her own stenographer machine.
I don't know.
Stenographer.
There's sort of a fantastical version of that world that I'm imagining. Since you said Iceman and Maverick, I'm just imagining these Robert Evans type, glasses.
They got the whole lunchroom to themselves.
Yeah. Like
Feet up.
live shows.
Doesn't look like there's any chairs left because my feet are on this one.
They call like the pre-tape a couple of pre-tapes. Don't sit next to us.
What do you got? What do you got? 2 weeks before it airs?
What do you got? Blade 3 on TNT.
Get out of my sight.
How's that Family Feud rerun treating you?
I'm doing the president's inaugural address, bitch.
Homo.
I told people that the Twin Towers fell before they fell. I predict the news. That's how good I am at this.
So because Jackie he quit his job
to
go on
pursue
the road as
stand-up.
stand-up comedian.
Well, Jackie, what about you? What do you do that you're not working?
On mic, Jackie.
What do I do?
Or what are you not? Are you working and not doing
She's
something?
unemployed. She's
Yeah,
a
I'm
cartoon
unemployed.
writer.
Jackie's life is
Okay.
falling
No,
apart.
I'm not. Yeah.
Let's just say that.
She's written on Disney shows and Cartoon Network shows, and
Yeah.
she's the voice of Penelope the Princess or something,
I
right?
wasn't.
What was it?
I was.
What was
then
the
they
character?
took it away from me.
They recast.
They recast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was Princess Bubblegum on Adventure Time, and then they took it away.
But you weren't you a voice on Flapjack?
on Flapjack, yeah.
What
I
was
did
the character's name? Sally?
Yeah, Sally Syrup.
You're like Eric Stoltz in Back to the Future. One day the original audio recordings will come to light.
Yeah. No, you'll be able to go to conventions and say, I was going to be the voice
and then sign
Yeah.
So,
pictures.
Kyle, now you're comfortably making enough money at stand-up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Are you able to buy an Xbox 360?
I was gonna buy a new computer. You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna go to the dentist.
Oh,
Out of pocket.
First
Holy
time. What?
shit.
Don't do that.
Do you have
Don't do
insurance?
that.
No.
You still don't?
Straight cash.
First time in how long?
Straight
How long-
money.
how
Straight
long's-
paper.
How long's it been since you've been to the dentist last?
Oh, this is the deep cutting stuff.
Yeah.
10 years?
When did we meet each other?
Have you been to the dentist before or after you met me for the first time?
That's before.
What?
But I have good teeth.
Well, do your teeth hurt? Do you have any, aches
Just
at all?
recently,
Got
I'm
it.
like, oh, there's a cavity in there.
Sure, yeah.
'Cause
That's
you felt
me.
the pain.
I've got cavities, cancer of the throat.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it. I'm not going to no doctor.
Yeah, you adapt to it.
Do you have insurance,
deal with it.
Ryan? Do you have
used to it.
insurance?
Fuck no.
Jesus.
I do. I do.
I know, Richie Rich.
Yeah.
It's through after you.
Why?
my
Hey,
God.
can AFTRA eat my balls anymore? I they forced me to join. I'm like, all right, I joined. Now I would like insurance.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't make enough money to get insurance.
Oh yeah, no, that's some bullshit.
But I made enough money for you to take half of it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
No.
only correspondence I get is a letter yesterday saying that their website was compromised and somebody may have my social
Oh,
security
wonderful.
number. I was like,
Fantastic.
you guys are awesome. Thanks for making me join your union.
Wait,
What did you do a voice for?
Jackie.
I
What?
actually just
Not
was
just voices.
myself
Yeah.
on television.
Yeah.
Oh, duh. I don't know why I
You are
associated that only with
you are
voiceover.
programmed.
I was thinking just voiceover, but duh.
You're not a civilian anymore.
No.
You are in the cartoon world.
Wait, what did you do? You had to do it after because of Comedy Central or something? Stand up?
Yeah, stand up.
Your half-hour special?
I did.
Did
one
you
of
tape
those.
that?
I taped
How did
a
it
few
go?
weeks ago. It was a whole bunch of fun.
Oh man, a half-hour Comedy
It's
Central
going to be.
special.
When is it
Yeah.
on? Plug it.
I don't know.
Yeah, when is it going to be
They
on?
didn't tell me. Probably next.
What do
year.
they just put it in the bank? They put it
Are
in
you
the
being
old
serious?
chamber and
Yeah,
They
they
did
don't.
not-
You just tape it,
What's
and then
wrong
eventually
with that
you
place?
get an email that says
Comedy
hey,
Central?
It's gonna be on.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you looking at me for?
a lot of things probably, but look, this isn't the What's Wrong with Comedy Central show. I'm sure if it was, we'd be higher rated on the blog, on the fucking iTunes.
What's wrong with
A podcast devoted just to attacking
the
Comedy
weekly,
Central? Yeah.
the weekly podcast where all they discuss is what's wrong with Comedy Central.
And here's another thing.
Yeah. But so what else? I wanted to know what else are you up to now? Like you've got a special on Comedy Central. I didn't know that. That's fucking awesome.
That
So-
happened. Yeah, that was pretty neat. It's been a big year. I had lots
What
of
what
stuff.
else? Lay it on us.
Well, he's got
I wanna know.
Patton Oswalt as his mentor.
Patton was
Why don't you
taking
let
me
him
out.
tell him?
All
Tell
right.
it.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he'd forget.
What's that? What did I have? What have I done? No,
Tell us about your year.
I put an album out.
Yep, on AS, the Special Thing Records.
Special Thing
Available
Records. The album came out. I started touring as a headliner.
Headliner.
Oh yeah.
All right, I got a couple big
Here, I'm
questions.
going to do my
for you.
impression of Jackie. Is that anything like the headhunters? Like the people, the Aborigines?
That is not
Speaking
true.
of headliners, the cloth above my driver's side is falling down.
And lining my head. All right, seriously though.
You're headlining what
Seriously,
kind of
folks.
clubs? What kind of clubs are you headlining? Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle?
No, I have not made it up to Mark Ridley's. I don't know if he'd have me.
Sounds like nobody's made it up there
Tell
so
us
far.
what-
Yeah,
Club.
who does work there?
TJ Miller's working there this summer.
Is he?
Or something? I don't know.
Is he? Is he?
It's a
Does
rumor
he
I heard.
compete in Ann Arbor?
Here's
Does he have
a funny...
competition?
Where
Where is he?
My dad's club
Yeah.
is in Royal Oak. Here's a funny story he told me the other day. He's like, he told me he turned down Aziz.
What?
One of the management companies called him and said, "Hey, listen, Aziz Ansari is going to be in town. He wants to do a night at your club, but this is his deal. This is the kind of money he wants." And my dad's like, he can do a guest set, but I'm not going to pay him that kind of money. He's like, what? He's the biggest comedian in the country right now.
Is
right,
he?
Jackie?
Bigger than Dave Chappelle?
But I don't even know what comedy club has the capacity to turn a profit with the amount of money. I know I won't discuss, but I know he asked for such a high you would have to charge so much money per ticket.
Yeah. And my dad's like going, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to have enough people coming at the last minute for Aziz Ansari to justify.
Is he trying to
paying
raise
him
money
this
to buy a house or something? Like, what's the reasoning behind that? Does anyone know?
Aziz Ansari? What are you talking about? It's a supply and demand. If you can get a lot of money for a date, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He's
But
not
I
trying
mean,
to save an orphanage. What the fuck are you talking
well,
about?
I'm just saying, like, if it's so expensive that club owners are like, I can't do that.
The whole point of telling the story is
Doesn't
my
that
dad.
sort of
My
defeat
dad
the
is the
purpose?
anomaly. My dad is the anomaly.
Oh, he's the odd man out.
The whole
you're saying.
point of the story was he turned it down. Everyone else is like,
Well, I don't know what club. I know he does. Like, I opened for him in San Diego. He's a House of Blues. Like that. Like he's doing that. Those are the places that could afford to charge X amount for a ticket, make so
Drinks.
much money on drinks.
Yeah.
They'll make money from it.
How you
I
doing?
don't think you'd do a club.
How you doing with the?
How you doing with the ladies on the road, Cal?
I knew it.
Oh boy,
Let's cut to the chase.
what am I doing with him?
I mean, I'm just,
Summertime. I got real weird. It was fun. Summertime.
what I'm saying is
summertime. I got real strange.
You're
out
living the dream. You're on tour as a stand-up comedian. You're getting
there. Kind
paid.
of a crappy dream.
But I mean, is it everything you wanted and more?
I was just having this discussion with Brogger. We were talking about how big on the road. It's like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. And then again, 2 weeks in Winnipeg, and there's a point in like one of the days off that I had where I was just masturbating just for the sake of like, there's nothing. Like it's like so many times in a day where I just like was going at it. I'm like, I have a mother and a father.
That's what you're thinking when you're masturbating?
No, like that thought. It's like, stop this. Stop what you're doing. Like you're not. There's no pleasure. There's nothing. It's just something, a motion to do instead of sitting still.
It's so
and I
great,
just like
though.
You need a
loving
Game Boy
parents.
Advance.
That's
You
the
need
thing.
to-
If I had those kind of interests,
Yeah, you'd be all set. You know what? There's a game for everybody on the Nintendo DS. Come on.
is that a sponsor?
But
Yeah,
it will
well,
never.
no, it should be at this point. Jesus. For this episode, it will be. Today's episode brought to you by Nintendo DS.
If you get any swag, let me know, y'all.
So you're saying you got to
Get your
point.
dirty hands off yourself. Play a Nintendo DS.
You know what is weird?
Yeah.
There's a certain thing with masturbation though, where like it gets where you're like it feels like a treat, and you can have one where you don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
A sesh is what I'm saying. When you can have one, a jerk off sesh.
Yeah.
And it's like that felt good. I don't feel any issues. And then it gets like the seventh one in a matter
Well,
of
it's like
days.
it's like
Jackie, what do you think about that?
What?
Do you ever feel guilty from
Gross.
jerking from playing
From
yourself?
playing with yourself?
No!
From diddling yourself,
I don't
as they
want
say?
to talk about that type of thing.
I'm not even saying it to be dirty. I'm just saying it's like one of those
Yeah.
bodily things.
Were
like,
you that
here's
bored
something to do.
in Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It was terrible.
There's nothing to do.
Well, there's
Probably
no
not.
girls. I mean,
Well, plus you don't know anybody
there's
really,
nothing,
so
like-
you're
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what to do. There was a mall across the street that had an Applebee's.
yeah.
and-
What do you do with your days? If
You
it's
know what
not
you got to
happening in
do?
the city?
You got to have a website and a ton of people that go on it from all over the world, and then you say, "Hey, I'm going to be in Winnipeg for 2 weeks. Hey, let's hang out."
I did that. I made
Did you hang out with a bunch of weird people?
No, just like 3 dudes.
But that's cool though, right?
No,
No,
it's
they,
not-
they
That's
were all
better than
real nice.
nothing.
They were everybody there was real nice.
But
Yeah.
it
still, you have
feels
all
weird.
you have all day to sit around. You're gonna work for 1 hour at night, and you think like, oh, I have all day to be productive, and you don't. You sit around because you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
You lay there and you watch reruns of man tracker.
There's nothing. There's no museums. There's no attractions in Winnipeg. No museums. There's thrift stores.
But
you know
nothing.
what?
It's a hole in the wall. The whole place.
But it's one of those things where like you live somewhere, you visit somewhere on vacation, you're going to do all that.
Right.
But when you're there for work or you live somewhere, like there's so many great things in Los Angeles I just haven't seen because I'm like, I'll get to it, or I'll be because I'm somewhere for a week.
Cut
I'm
to
like,
the
I'll
coffin closing on your
Yeah.
corpse.
Yeah.
I
was going to see a lot of things. The eulogy. He told me one time he wanted to see a lot of things. Never got to him,
He
though.
had big plans for a little while.
It was always a week here, a week there. I'll get to it later.
The Redwoods.
May he
They'll
rest in
always
peace.
be there.
I collected a lot of flyers from the lobby of the hotel. These look like good ideas.
Yeah, this looks
maybe
like fun.
Thursday I'll make it.
Ooh, Flintstones neighborhood, completely built in near the statue.
I would go see
Hot
that.
air balloon ride. Never had one. Why not?
I want to do that
boy,
so bad.
yeah.
You know, that's kind of
hot air
sad.
balloon?
My grandfather, when he was dying, that's what it was.
His
it
dying wish?
No,
Like
not
a hot air balloon?
No, not specifically the hot air balloon, but just like
There's no medical
he was
assistance
dying.
up
He
there.
died with regret?
Oh my God! All the things. Like I'm going to be in his shoes. I swear to God, I'm going to
Okay.
be there,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm going to be dying and going, the Hearst Castle. I never got to go to the Hearst Castle. Although the fucking that crazy crystal bridge on the Grand Canyon. I wanted to
the
do that.
skywalk.
Too. Yeah, the skywalk. I wanted to do that. Ooh, wait! I'm not ready yet.
I'm not ready
Don't
yet,
take
yeah.
me, Jesus.
I did go. I made a point to go to the Grand Canyon this summer. I was
Did
like,
you
we're
do
gonna-
it?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. You walk and you think, oh, it's the main entrance. We came
Yeah.
from the south. We get there and you're walking along and there's just like a little placard that says, it may as well have said, "Oh, by the way," but it's just for your information. The sky bridge is on the north rim of the canyon. 2.5 hours away. You'd have to drive all the way around the Grand
no.
Canyon. So anybody that just like, well, we're going to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
It's going to be there. It's still 2.5 hours all the way on the other side of
Fuck.
it. It was kind of funny.
Did you ever get to do it?
I didn't go there for the sky bridge.
Oh, you just went to.
I dangled my feet off the edge. I did real dumb stuff there.
Wow.
Oh,
I jumped
shit.
into it.
There's no rain. It's kind of great how
you could if you wanted to kill
it
yourself.
is.
It'd be
It
very
is-
easy.
You know what? I was
Law of
curious.
nature.
I was curious how many. Like, I wonder if they try and gloss over how many people get hurt there.
Yeah.
Because you can. You're free to just walk little up to the edge to 1,000-foot drop.
Sure, yeah.
And there's kids running around. There's
Yeah.
like these weird Russians with their primped up brides in high heels, like trying to
Holy
navigate.
shit.
And so we go into the gift shop. And I'm like, I bet you they try and gloss over how many people get hurt. And like a giant display of books like Death at the Canyon, a history up until now of
It's a
injuries
draw.
and deaths. Yeah, like they were proud of it. I was like, good for you guys.
Yeah.
Good for you.
That's great.
Because
I like them for it.
it's
I
like
like them.
it's like you go into businesses and every precaution is made to avoid lawsuits.
Yeah.
Natural Parks is like, dude, this is fucking nature. Like,
Yeah, who are you
wanna
gonna
fucking-
sue?
Yeah.
Fucking
There's
Mother
a-
Nature.
That fucking the Crystal Bridge.
Yeah, there's
Can
a
you jump
slippery,
off
there's a
that
slippery when
bridge?
wet sign in the gift shop because that you can get sued because they made that you can fall. But everywhere else, hey, you're on your own, man. We didn't put the hole in the ground.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. You're gonna get hurt because you're
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah.
Tough
You
know
shit.
what? I give it.
Let the
I-
canyon consume you.
You know what I
You're
feel
too
like?
dumb to live.
I feel like everyone who's thinking about committing suicide, fine, do it, but just drive to the Grand Canyon and jump off. Because if you still feel like killing yourself by the time you get there, then good for you. Do it. Go for it. And what a great way to go out. Like, I'm gonna jump into this fucking awesome, like, carved, like, over 2 billion years or whatever the fuck it is. But, you know, most people will probably get about halfway there and go, what the fuck am I doing?
This is
This
great.
is
Yeah,
And then
crazy.
just drive off the cliff on the way.
families having fun. You're gonna ruin their.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Bridge yet?
Oh, you know what? I have it on DVD. I have yet to watch it. Because
That
it's one of
people
those
grew up
movies
on.
you see it on your shelf and you're like,
When's
I'm going to watch Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
instead.
when's
Is it
the right
about
time?
people jumping
Yeah.
off bridges?
the Golden Gate
Well,
Bridge?
here's a question.
yeah,
Here's a
catch
question for everybody in this room. Have you ever thought about killing yourself? Go.
Yeah, I have like a
No,
whole
Ryan,
joke.
of course not. Wait, what is it? What is it?
It's that if I would jump, but I include that movie, The Bridge. I'm like, it's just you watch it and everybody, it's like the same person every time, like in sweatpants, just sad.
You don't dress up.
And it's just like nobody even wears a cape or anything.
Coat and tails on it.
No, like do something fun. And the joke is that I would jump off a building, but I would wear a snorkel mask and flippers, and then I have a little glass of water set up by where I would land
on the ground.
Because that way, maybe I'm just a daredevil. It's
the trick didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, but seriously, have you thought about killing yourself?
Who hasn't?
I've entertained the idea, but
in a
never.
real manner.
Yes, me too.
I think you're only a human too. Okay, this is what I've been trying to figure. Everybody's thought about how they would have to hide a body if they had to. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, if you go by forest preserve, you're like, that's a nice place to go and have a picnic. But one time you're like,
out of 10?
what?
Maybe not that much.
No, I mean, you'd say that's a nice place, but one time, like you've never made the drive to Vegas or something, like, yeah, there's bodies out here. I could do it. You could pull off, turn the lights off, and you could totally do this.
Yeah.
Just because
just in case.
Why? Yeah, why? What are you gonna? I'm more scared of the people that immediately shut off. Like, what if I had to hide a body? Don't think bad things. Don't think. Those are the people that go crazy.
Yeah.
So well, if I kill myself, things are sad. I can see getting out of here.
Well, killing yourself, that's a one-way ticket to complete knowledge and truth, right? I mean, that's like the only way to find out really what's going on, right? That's the only way to sidestep all the bullshit and be like, all right,
to sidestep
what's
all the
the real story?
You put a gun in your mouth and it just like all of a sudden you wake up. And
you wake up,
man.
Yeah. All right, here's what's really going on. So the galaxies are this, and they're fucking crazy. And
that's when you get the answer key to the universe. Then you see flatliners. Come on, man.
Hello.
All the people that survived on the bridge all say right when they jumped they knew it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Which is like,
I remember that.
Should be a message.
Well,
to
maybe
everyone.
that's why consciously, and then maybe that's why the universe let them live. But the other people that jump, you're like, nope, still good with this. Like that's why they get to die.
Yeah.
You may perish.
That's why I say drive to the Grand Canyon.
Wait, so you cannot jump off the skywalk? It's enclosed.
Oh no, you're allowed
That's
to.
What I asked you.
You're totally allowed to.
Then why? How many people?
There's a no diving sign.
How many people have committed suicide off the skywalk?
When you pay to go onto the skywalk, there's 2 points of pay.
To machines.
Well, they get mad at me when I look.
This is for a fact.
General admission, and then if you want to jump off, it's $20 more.
Will you be killing yourself today? Sir?
Oh yes.
What if that's the worst thing? Like you're gonna jump anyway, but you just sneak out. Like, sir, you didn't pay.
Yeah.
You've humiliated me in front of all these people.
Fuck you.
Jump.
No, Jackie, I don't think you're allowed to jump.
All right,
and commit
you
suicide.
can.
Maybe.
What's the closest you've ever come to killing yourself? Jackie?
You're so off mic, dude, right now.
What's the closest you've ever come to killing?
Never.
Brian.
Never. Really?
Never. No. I'm like, if the worst thing is that I become a bag lady. Hey, at least I get free things from the Salvation
have
Army.
a couple of bags.
You get
I'd have
free
cute
things
clothes
from Salvation Army now. I don't know what the difference is.
Or you could just pay the $1.
You could also just do like grandma
Prices have
porn.
gone up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Goodwill, especially.
Isn't suicide illegal also?
It's not
Are
illegal.
you drinking Four Loko?
Yeah.
I drank
Called
that.
me out.
I didn't see what it looked like in the can, and I threw up, and I thought I was throwing up blood. Like I thought, like, this is where I quit. This is where I quit drinking.
No, yeah,
because I thought I was throwing up blood.
No, it's food coloring.
I was so relieved when my friends like, well, you know that shit's bright.
Wait a minute, you guys. Speaking of killing yourself and
Abed's here.
Abed's here.
Yay!
He texted me a half hour ago. I'm here. I thought he was just going to walk in. All right, everybody. Well,
what's he doing?
I'm sorry to keep the most important man waiting, but
okay, go get him.
Hold on 1 second.
Should I stop? I'll stop.
Okay,
and we'll start. Yeah, I'll pause it. Right now with us, Abed Gaith is here. We're doing a little Abed update. This is going to be
the mother of all Abed.
Yeah,
updates.
this is an especially interesting Abed update.
I mean, the listeners have been asking for an Abed update, and I was like, okay, we'll get Abed on. Maybe we'll figure something out to talk about on. And then that very weekend, boy, did we have something happen to Abed for him to talk about.
So we all know about Abed's...
Well, no, of course we don't all know. We're talking a couple thousand people here.
No, I'm saying we all know,
okay.
the listeners of the show all know
okay, got it.
that Abed's has had trouble with Mr. The Man,
Johnny
the
Law.
Law, Johnny Law.
The law.
And
Wow.
it seems like the law finally came down full speed on you. Huh?
Oh yeah, they did.
Scoot up to the mic.
I'll never
Abed.
fuck with them again.
Wait,
Okay.
can I ask a question? Were you at Twin Towers?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, so
No,
obviously-
Twin Towers
wait,
wasn't that bad.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's not
Sorry.
get ahead of
I
Jackie.
won't. I
Okay.
won't. Sorry.
Well, Abed was just
No, you
Kyle,
talk now.
no, you can always pipe in.
Yeah,
Abed was
please let him
just
pipe in.
released from jail. You spent a weekend in jail.
3 days. Thursday night to Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
And you're wearing a full prison.
So take us
I
back.
stole the outfit.
Take us back to Thursday
on the
night.
journey.
Tell us what happened.
You want me to start at the beginning?
I want
Yes.
the very beginning of it.
All right. Well, it's Thursday night. I'm on my way to work at like 7, and I'm driving, and I'm paranoid, so I'm always conscious if there's a cop behind me.
Were
so
you
that I
high?
can- No,
Don't
I'm going to
interrupt.
work. I'm not high. I'm
That
going to
doesn't
work.
answer
No,
the
I
question.
just heard the word
And,
paranoid.
I'm paranoid because if there's a cop behind me, I freak out. I mean,
Okay.
you can't blame me. And so then I'm driving, and then some random truck just shoots out in front of me, and I stop short. The cop behind me, his lights flash, and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything. It's this loser in front of me
Yeah.
that fucked around. And then, like, he pulls me over, and I'm like, that wasn't my fault, officer. That guy sped in front of me, and he's like, no. I pulled you over because you have a warrant for your arrest.
Oh,
And then
you
and
ran
I guess
your plates.
They always do, so be careful out there.
And also, don't have a warrant for your arrest. Okay.
Yeah, that might be part of the problem.
Continue.
I mean, but I
Well, we'll
didn't
get
see
into
this
that later.
coming.
Yeah.
And so then, like, you know, he's like, all right, so he cuffs me. I'm used to this by now.
Yeah.
Getting cuffed.
You've
It's not a
been-
big deal.
yeah.
And he's arresting
Old
me.
hat.
He's arresting me, and you know, I'm kind of like, fuck. All I can really think, I luckily texted my boss, which this will come into play later. I texted my boss, just got pulled over, so I'm going to be a little late. When the cop was, you know...
Did she
Yeah.
text back, MP? No problem.
No, I mean, luckily she was cool about it. Acosta's my boss, but she's like above Acosta.
Got it.
Anyway,
Okay.
so I texted her, and so they all knew what was going down, luckily. So then I text him, and then I'm sitting in my car. The cop comes back. He's like, all right, you have a warrant for your arrest. I got to take you in. If this was another town, not Burbank, I wouldn't care. Because that's what's happening.
But I'm a Burbank
is
police officer.
Burbank and Glendale.
Yes,
Yeah,
Burbank
yeah, those
and
cops,
eat dicks.
those
Forget
cops
it.
don't give a shit.
No.
That's why I got pulled over
I-
on my bike twice.
Whoa.
I had weed in my car, and luckily from my birthday experience, I told the cop, I do have weed in my car, but I have a medical card. Now I don't have a medical card, but the weed was in a canister that looks like I do.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, because you were honest with me, I don't care about the weed, and also because you're honest with me, I'm just going to park your car to the side and not tow you.
Nice.
So yeah, I when I've experienced, I know how to handle that shit.
Clearly.
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah,
So
well
then he-
done, Abed.
Yeah, so then he parks the car, and then he takes me in. I go to Burbank County. Now, the fucked up shit is you go in there, and it's like...
Well, wait, real quick. Did you try to reason with him? Look, don't arrest me. Don't take me in. Did you? There
You're
was
gonna
any sort of
derail the
debate?
story.
No,
yeah,
I'm
I
just
can't do
asking.
anything because the cop is like doing his job.
Yeah,
and,
he's
and-
already done enough favors, stop.
Yeah, this is like 7 p.m., and it's like the end of the day.
He
and
just
it's
said,
like,
"Look, don't even bother. You're
this-
going in."
To him, this is like he did
He
good.
caught the big fish. He
Yeah,
reeled
he caught
one
the big
in.
fish.
He
reeled
also
one in.
knows that Abed's gotten away with this once before, right? Like,
Yeah. I think
Oh.
it was on his little.
He got the
computer.
whole
Yeah, he probably got the whole
story.
story.
Okay.
Like, yeah, take this guy in, dude.
All right. Okay.
He's
Continue.
missed a lot of
fool
court
us
dates.
once, shame on us.
Yeah. So
All
then
right.
he takes me to Burbank County. Now, that jail wasn't bad, and
It was actually nice.
It was
It's
very
not
nice.
bad.
It was
It's
freezing
not
in
bad.
that room, and the food. Of course, the food's always shitty. But
Wait.
at least,
What was the food?
It's like this like moldy, crusty bread
Really?
with like a peanut butter packet that looks like poop when you pull it out.
Wait, it was actually moldy? You're saying? Seriously?
Yeah,
No.
because like the date on my food said November 3rd.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I'm not eating. Well, actually, I ate a little bit, and I'm like, like it would like gave me heartburn all night. I couldn't sleep, and so
Were
basically,
you coughing?
No,
I'm
Come
just asking.
on.
I'm asking.
No, I mean
Okay.
I shouldn't get mad.
So
but
go
whatever.
on. You go to
Yeah,
Burbank.
he's disrupting
I
my
know,
flow.
the man's a
That's what
hero.
happens.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm a hero. I'm a hero of the common man.
Yeah.
Wait till I get to
I know, believe
the
me.
nuts and bolts of this story. You guys
All right.
will be like,
Yeah.
"What a hero!"
Okay, continue.
So then, I'm before I even got to the cell, I get the one phone call, right? This is like when I'm almost about to cry because like it's so frustrating because they're like, first of all, you can't call a cell phone. Second of all, like I don't have numbers memorized, so I don't know fucking what I'm supposed to do, and they won't let me look at my cell phone to get. I wanted to call my work and say what was going on so I don't lose my job, but it's like they can't do that. And then I called Savan because I have his number memorized, luckily.
Yeah.
And good old Savan, Mr. This guy knows everything is like, yeah, spend the night in jail. That way you'll get time served. So when you see the judge the next day, they'll look more favorably and reduce your fine and everything. Little did I know that was the biggest mistake of this whole ordeal.
Oh, really?
Because call me.
No, I don't. I can't get to my phone, my cell phone. They have it
know.
like in the file.
Evidence
locker. And so basically, like, because I called Savon because I tried to bail myself out through a bail
How
bond
much was
person.
your bail?
It was like it's $10,000, but it's only $1,000 with bail bonds.
Yeah.
So I was like, I tried running my credit. It didn't pass. It was like 2 points off, which fucking sucks. And then I'm like, I needed Savon as a co-signer to get me out, which would have gotten me out that
And this
night.
was on Burbank. Still in Burbank.
I'm still in Burbank County.
Okay.
This would have gotten me out if Savon would have played ball. But Savon's like, no, you should spend the night in the jail.
All right, well, let's not throw Savon under the bus.
Yeah, can I tell you why?
Yeah, because
Savon...
later he was a hero. Yeah. But I mean, it's because he had no idea what was coming.
Well, I can tell you why he didn't do that, but whatever. Continue.
Go on.
Okay, yeah. So then,
4 months.
I'm like, well, Savon knows what he's talking about. He knows the law better than I do. So I'm just gonna stay in jail, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna see the judge, and we'll get all this straightened out. I'll be able to get out Friday afternoon or morning.
Yeah.
Spend the night in jail. They put me in a cell, luckily
Take
by
my
myself. And I go into the cell. And I try to sleep, but it's fucking freezing. So I'm just like shivering and like
You're obviously alone, right?
Yeah, and also I'm so stupid. I started crying, and then I'm like trying to, like, the cops can see
Oh, what
you.
an idiot.
So I'm trying to like cry so they see me crying so they feel bad.
They don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
You're doing just
the police.
Yeah, and like that didn't work. I mean, that was kind of like I was almost fake crying just to get sympathy, but it didn't work.
Ryan, that's not me because that's performance.
Yeah, I was really selling it. I was like, oh God, what did I do?
Yeah.
And then
you really thought there was going to be some cop who just like,
well, they weren't that. They basically when they were like searching
Screw
me,
my job. I'm doing it. What's right tonight,
This guy's
John.
really getting to my heartstrings.
Were you saying things to make you cry more too? Like, and the cat died once.
I was just thinking about. I was really trying to cry because I was thinking about how much I don't belong there, and I fucked up, and like I'll never do this again. And Jesus Christ, I'm in jail. Like, how did it get?
But
to
Abed,
this?
what did you do? Do you even know?
Didn't you go for unpaid
my
tickets
warrant.
forever?
My warrant is because I drove with a suspended license, but. Honestly, like, I was in the process of moving at the time, and I had no idea that I had this court date, which came in the mail to my old apartment.
We all know the whole
All
rigmarole.
right, continue.
Okay.
Continue.
And so anyway, I'm in the Burbank County. They bring in this fucking guy in the middle of the night. That's like because Savon said on the phone, like, because I was like, yeah, I have my own cell. And he's like, oh yeah, well, you'll be seeing a lot of drunks through the night, And I'm like, oh, well, what if one of them's violent? So I was scared. They bring in this kid, and he's seriously like insane. Like, he's like in a bunk separate from me, and doesn't talk to me, but he's like laughing the whole time to himself and kind of talking to himself. And I keep looking up, like, is he talking to me? But he just goes like, fucking shit, whoa, what the fuck, And I'm just like, oh my God, dude. And I'm scared, so I'm just trying to like not even make eye contact.
Are you looking up at the cameras and going, yeah.
No, I'm just like in a fetal position trying to like get through the
Did
night.
you ask
like,
the cops, like, hey, what's this guy's deal?
you can't
No.
say they don't give a shit, man.
Oh.
They really don't. They
Hey,
really
I
don't.
think I deserve to know.
Well,
What's the
okay.
story on
What do
this
you
one?
think jail
So-
is? It's jail.
So I
I'm
mean,
not going to bend on this.
this
crime
story is going
thing
to
I'm
be
doing.
very long. I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
This is the very tippy top beginning. This is
Okay,
like
continue.
This is
continue.
where everything started. So, Crazy's in the cell with me, and we I think morning came around, so they bang on our door. We have to get up and like roll up all our blankets or whatever, and it's like we're going to see the judge. We're going to court. Now I'm excited because I'm like, fuck yeah! All I got to do, I spent the night in jail. This should get me off. Like, everything should be cool. And so what they do is they put handcuffs on you, and there's like this metal bar
they put
connecting
zip
you.
ties, right? Or do they put real handcuffs?
It's handcuffs, but there's like a metal bar connecting you
Yeah.
to two other psychos.
Whoa.
So you have to walk with them.
What?
So
Like a chain gang?
yeah,
Yeah.
so you can't really. I mean, if you like move too much, the other guy gets bumped, and it could be bad. And I'm chained to that psycho, so I don't know what the fuck he's like. I'm just kind of
He's
being
right
really
behind
still.
you?
He's right next to me.
him. Oh,
and so then we get put in this bus, and we drive up the street to like Burbank, the
Courthouse.
courthouse. Then they put us in this like holding cell, and there's like one toilet, everyone can see you shit, and it's just like We are in that cell literally for like fucking hours, and there's nothing to do.
All still chained together? Oh, no, you're unchained.
No, we're unchained, but we're just sitting there waiting for them to because and then I see out.
Why not play like Duck Duck Goose or like?
No, I played the alphabet game
with who?
But,
Crazy
with this Vato that was like he got picked up for meth. He was really cool, actually.
And what's the alphabet game again?
Well, the alphabet game, I always play it when I'm really bored.
Or in
but it's
jail.
It's like I start with A and the next person's B, and we have a category. So it's like let's say the category is bands. So I say ABBA, and then he says, Boston.
Beatles.
All right.
Yeah, and it's
all the way to
that
Z.
passes the time.
Yeah. The
But
Bee
nobody
Gees.
there knew anything about music, so
Yeah.
it's like everyone thinks like ABBA, who's that? And I'm like, what?
I don't think that's real.
So you're
I
trying to
love that you started up games in jail. Like,
I also told stories,
they loved you. They loved you, huh?
Everyone loved me. Yeah, I mean, I'm an original.
It's
yeah.
you. It's Abed Gaith, the inspiration for NBC's community. Abed.
Did you tell anybody that?
You know Dan's going to be doing an episode about
Burbank.
this.
Well, that comes later in the story.
Burbank,
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
because
Hold on.
he interviewed me and
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm in the holding cell.
Burbank, Crazy, and Vato, and Abed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
Okay.
we're in the holding cell. We're just waiting, and luckily the Vato kind of opened up to me, and we were talking. And
Luckily?
yeah, because like it's so boring.
Yeah,
There's
what
nothing
else
to
you
do.
gonna
I need to talk to a human
Did
being.
you tell him that you were the inspiration for Abed character on Community?
I mentioned Community to a lot of people, and like no one's seen it.
Of course not.
After the crying failed.
Yeah,
That's not the demographic.
well, because like you get bored and you run out of
Yeah.
stuff to talk about, and I'm like, hey, I'm supposed to be on NBC, but look where I am. And like, what do you think of that? And like I thought it would get me sympathy.
Yeah, I don't watch that shit, fool.
That's farther along the story. So anyway,
I like Food Network.
all right, whatever. So I'm just sitting there in the holding cell. Finally, I get to see the judge. Everything's kosher. Like the lawyer they gave me has told me like, all right, so you have time served. That's going to reduce your fine. Everything's fine. Warrant, whatever. There's no mention of what's to come, which is the bad shit. Which I thought everything was fine. They put me back in the holding cell, and I'm there for like 5 more hours.
Wait, so you did get in front of the judge? And and he said, okay.
She said, like, everything's fine. You served your time. You served time in Burbank, so blah, blah, blah. Everything the lawyer told me happened.
What did she say?
She was like, okay, so you'll be on a 3-month probationary period, and you'll have time served, which means your fine will be reduced.
Okay.
But you have to come back Tuesday morning, which is tomorrow. I'm going to court tomorrow to prove that you have a valid license. And I'm like, I do have a valid license. She's like, okay, then everything's good, and we're all good here. That's it.
Done. Dismissed.
Dismissed.
Okay, got it.
And then I even asked her, I said, will I be getting out today? And she's like, yes. Getting out is a totally different meaning than I thought. So anyway, I head back to the holding cell. I'm there for like 5 hours. They make you wait forever. For fucking ever.
Yeah.
And, in the meantime, I'm just seeing all these like killers getting brought to court, like from the window, like, hardcore vatos and killers and drug dealers. And so they come.
And black people.
Finally, they come get me because like the meth guy, he left. He was good to go.
What?
Yeah.
They're like,
you
all
got
right,
to go home.
see you later,
You're
pal.
later. And he's like, hey, man, hook me up, man. We'll smoke a blunt, dude. We're on the outside. And I was like, totally, dude. Totally. I'll do anything. I just want to get out.
You exchange numbers?
He gave me his number, and I memorized it, but I'll
Then
never.
you forgot it.
I'll probably never. No, I still have it memorized.
Yeah.
And his
Can I
mom-
give you a little bit of advice? Probably don't call that guy. I'm just saying. I mean, do what you want
He
to do.
was
Abed,
super
but-
cool, though.
Yeah,
He's a
okay.
construction worker. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
why he was on meth, probably.
All right. Okay.
Actually, he wasn't. They accused him of meth. It's a long
is it?
story.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
that's a whole
Go
other
on.
thing.
Okay,
So he
okay.
claimed he was innocent too, and everybody else fucked him. Okay.
Yeah,
got
but he
it.
was high as shit.
Yeah, that never happened.
And so then I'm sitting there waiting to get out, and it's like, it's crazy because you're literally like, oh, any second I'm gonna be able to get to my car. Life will begin again. Thank God this didn't get crazy, and I didn't get raped and all this shit. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I'm holding in, taking a shit because I don't want to shit.
Yeah,
in
you
front
don't
of
want to
people.
do that in front of the.
Yeah, because the
fucking-
crazy guy took a shit 3 times, and it's like, I had to sit there and just like cover my face.
Yeah,
like
he didn't
this,
give a
you know,
fuck,
like,
that guy.
Fuck, man, he doesn't care. It's like, and this.
He probably didn't even need to. He
In
was
the
just
waiting
like,
time, like I told him
Something to
stories
do.
because I'm sort of a writer, wanting to be a
Kyle's
writer. So
masturbating.
I told him like, so science
Take
fiction
your third shit in
stories.
prison.
And what did the
I got a
crazy
mom and
guy?
dad.
Yeah,
And
but
what the crazy guy say?
I mean, he had no idea what I was saying. I mean,
But he was cool when you were talking
He was
to him.
cool, but I might as well be telling him like how to bake a cake. Like he had
Yeah.
no idea what the fuck I was talking about. And I told him some good stories actually. Like
I
like
love that Abed's trying to talk to us.
because I had to pass the time.
I know. Okay. So
yeah.
go on.
And so then finally, the cops come to our cell, and they chain us back onto that bar thing. And right there, I'm a little suspicious. Like, if I'm free, why am I handcuffed again?
Did you
And then-
ask?
No, like you can't ask them shit because
Yeah.
they won't
Okay,
tell you.
all right, okay.
And then I'm thinking like, well, hopefully they're taking me back to Burbank County to get processed to leave, and we're put on a bus, and it's a giant
like a
bus,
movie.
and it looks like this is totally a movie. It looks like we're going to someplace crazy, and I'm just like freaking out, and the guy next to me, the crazy guy's like, like he's like kind of like losing it.
Is the
'cause
bus full of people like prisoners?
I'll
Yeah.
get to that. Like one by one.
Wesley Snipes.
One by one, it's like scary guy after another's getting on.
Yeah.
And this is like where my friendship starts with prisoners, because like there's like 4 knuckleheads next to me that are the coolest fucking guys in the world. They were awesome. They were totally like me, like just like caught up in the system, and they're trapped in county. And it's like they're telling me all
like
these
you got a little
stories, like
prison gang
because I'm
going.
like, dude, I'm not supposed to be going to county because like I settled things in Burbank, and they're like, well, us too, man. We're not supposed to go
man.
there either, but welcome to.
I love the idea of like there's like the Aryans, there's the Vato, like the prison gang, and then there's
And
the
then there's
kooky
the Abed.
characters.
There's the Abed.
Yeah. and there was
Affable,
one.
get along.
There was one
Yeah,
Italian
yeah,
guy
yeah,
next to me, and he was the coolest motherfucker. He was like a chef outside of this, and he got some bullshit, so he's in county. And he was basically giving me advice, saying like, you're going to county, you're going to get processed, it's going to be fucked up.
Yep.
You're going to see some fucked up shit. Get ready for some shit. And then I was like, dude, I swear to God, I took care of this. What the fuck is happening? And he's like, you must have another warrant on your record,
Yeah.
and that's why they're sending you to county. And I was like, you're probably right, And it was just like the whole time they're like, man, you should write a movie about this dude. And I'm like, yeah, I actually do write, but right
already
now
got
that's
the
the last
first
thing.
act right here
I was
in my
like, that's
head.
the last thing on my mind is writing. I want to
Yeah.
get the fuck out
No,
of here.
give me a slice of your turd and,
So they
and
gave me-
a scrap of your sock, and I'll start
So,
writing.
Luckily, those guys.
I'll use those as my utensils, and I'll get my first act out.
Should I just keep barreling through?
Yes,
go ahead.
'cause he's gonna keep interrupting.
So yeah, because this is a really long story.
Go ahead, keep
so
going.
then, I mean, this is like this must be Friday night, right?
Yep,
And,
Friday night.
yeah,
Yep.
and so
this is the night that I got a call from Ryan, and I was blowing him off, and then finally,
these are your friends, Abed.
finally,
I
well, no.
believe me. I knew you guys were having
No.
a great gay old time.
No, I was upstairs in my bed with a cold, and then finally, I'm fucking tired, and I got a cold, and then
Poor
finally,
you.
I'm like, Abed's in jail. All right, I'll call
I
Ryan.
had to text him because I knew that would only thing that gets attention.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on? Abed's in jail, and that was when the
Okay.
I know. I only
the
heard
work
from Acosta
began.
how crazy it was.
So they're
All right, go
telling
ahead.
you you're gonna see some fucked up stuff.
Yeah, when they said like, here's what you do. Make sure that you do everything the cops say. Do not fuck with them, because those are the ones you got to be afraid of. Not the prisoners, but the cops are the ones that they want you to like talk back to them or kind of not listen, because then that's an excuse for them to beat the shit out of you and pull you to some room where no one can see and just like put you in
Jackie's
the
dad.
hole or something.
He would never.
All right,
No,
anyway.
I imagine her dad would have probably gotten me out.
If he had heard you crying or something, or he could size you up, or, you know what I mean, to know
Yeah.
that you're not a hardened criminal.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have even taken you to jail.
See, I
He wouldn't have.
All right, well, whatever.
So
Continue.
go on.
Okay, so then, so these guys are setting me up for what's going to happen because the processing thing, and they also said you're going to be waiting in one room for 4 hours, another room for 3 hours, and another room for like, so you probably won't even get into a jail cell till like 4 a.m. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is this what? Like, I was like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, I'm not really a bad person. I'm not like, your average criminal. Like, I don't deserve to be here.
Yeah.
And they're like, neither do we, man. Neither do we.
Yeah.
But that's
we know exactly how this works.
yeah, and they told me like they were basically saying like the government or the state gets money for every criminal shipped to county. So it's basically based on that. It's like that's why they ship them to county so that the state gets more money.
Cha-ching.
They get like about $1,000 like a prisoner, like shit.
Yeah.
What?
That's what they were all saying. And
I don't
These
think
fact-filled
that's
innocent
true.
people.
Who's footing the bill on that?
The taxpayers.
All right, give me the thing.
And I'm a taxpayer.
$1,000 a criminal.
So I'm paying to go to jail
Yeah.
for myself.
You-
And so
All
then,
right, I'll pay
so then
it.
then I get to county.
Oh my god, that sound scared me.
Sorry.
I was tense from the story already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shocked me there.
Sorry about
don't,
that.
don't do that. I'll snap. I'm on the verge of snapping. And,
Go ahead.
Yeah! Ah!
I'm a changed man, Justin. Don't fuck with him.
No, don't. He's got
Yeah, I'll
PTSD.
stab you. I got a cardboard.
He can barely adjust to being on the outside.
Yeah, this is like I just see a bright light and Justin sound effects.
All right, come on, keep going.
So then, was there a fart? I haven't farted yet in the
Don't
story.
derail him.
That's
Let him
Burbank.
finish.
That
The
came
story
later.
will go till 1 in
The
the morning.
farts came way
Okay,
later.
sorry.
You're gonna be stuck in different cells for different hours.
Yeah, you gotta get on mic.
There's echo on that one.
Oh,
All right, okay.
Okay, so then we get to county, and this is where the story gets nuts. Like they bring you into this room, and it's like very small, and there's like it's really hot and stuffy, and there's like 60 people in this room, all crowded in there, and people are screaming. You hear "Man down, man down!" You see a dude having a seizure, like "Ah!" You see another guy on the floor crying. You see another guy just like, "Don't touch me, fool! Don't fucking touch me!" You know, and I'm just like scared shitless,
Holy
trying to like
shit.
Big
still-
room. Everybody's loose in this
Yeah,
room.
yeah, and people have been in this room for 4 hours just waiting. And I don't know how long it's going
And
to
this
take.
is room number 1.
This is room number 1.
Wow.
It's like
At
Pirates of the
county.
Caribbean for real.
Yeah.
It's like a scary fucking ride. It really
The
is.
dog with a key in his
Because you don't
mouth.
know what's on the fucking what's coming up next.
Yeah,
like, you know, you
yeah,
can only
yeah.
imagine.
And you're still holding in your shit at this point.
Well, yeah. Well, luckily I didn't have to shit at this point. But I mean, that came later.
It went away.
He
Yeah,
got so
yeah.
scared that the urge just sort of subsided.
If I would have shit my
Scared
pants, people would have probably stuffed it in my nose.
Yeah,
and,
they would
like,
have beat your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, they would have gotten mad.
Oh,
like,
they
you
would've got-
shitting? You fucking shitting here?
Yeah.
God damn it! Like, you know, it's like you don't know what
wow.
to
Was there a
expect.
toilet in that room?
No, it was just like a room, and it was like those glass windows all around. and
Excuse me, officer. I have to go poop poops.
you know what they would say? They'd be like, "You're gonna have to eat your shit." Like they don't care.
Okay,
And-
all right, go on.
Okay, continue.
and so yeah, then we're in that room, and then finally we have to all like march out in like a formation, and then we line up, and it's like you have to listen exactly to what they're saying, because if you don't do everything the way they want,
the cops.
the cops,
Yeah.
the deputies, they'll beat the shit out of you.
Skin back your dick.
Because they don't have time for your
All
shit.
right, Simon Says,
Grab
put
your
your
ass.
left
Well,
hand
you
up.
got to realize they're used to dealing with fucking lunatics
Yeah.
and killers.
Yeah.
So they
All
have to
right.
be this harsh.
Right hand, put it
But
on your
I'm
back
not
knee.
that, so
your back
I'm just
left
trying
knee.
to do it. And they're like, "This is first grade stuff, everybody. You got to." They're like, "Take off your shoes and socks in 3 seconds." You know, it's just like, "Oh
What?
God,
That's
So-
not first grade
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, and then it's like, and like you have to pull out your pockets. They search you, all that stuff. There was a guy across from me that was like giggling, and then the deputy comes up and he's like, "What's so funny, man?" And he's like, he's like, "What kind of jacket is that?" And the dude didn't answer him, so he grabs him, rushes him out of the room. Next thing, and the dude's screaming, but we hear just boom, boom, like him beating the shit out of him in the other room.
No shit.
So yeah, and it's like, chin to your chest, eyes to the floor, and if you look at any of the cops, they fucking fuck with you.
Wow.
So you can't. I can't move. I'm just like this because I'm like
this is
just
such
hearing.
a weird world that
Yeah, I'm
I
just
hope
hearing-
to never step foot in.
Oh, I don't wish this on my worst enemy.
Okay, keep going,
So
Abed.
then they march us to this other room that was kind of more chill, where they gave us the more shitty food, and the food, like, I don't eat the food. I just give it to
What was
whoever.
the food exactly?
I said earlier it was crusty bread with like
same thing.
with peanut butter
Yeah.
poop.
LA
Yeah.
County doesn't have better food.
No.
No, it's the same. Yeah, and the only thing I did eat
They
was
hand
like
you a menu. It said
there was an
moldy
apple-
crusty bread,
if there was an apple or
peanut butter poop.
Just keep going.
if there was an apple or carrots, I would eat that
Yeah.
and the juice, but I wouldn't touch the fucking peanut
Yeah,
butter or
you
the
shouldn't.
bread
That
or
was
the
smart.
eggs or the bologna.
You know what?
Ugh.
You're probably smart too, because then you
Well,
don't.
that's how I lost weight. So now I'm
you look very svelte.
Thank you.
right,
Thank you.
keep going, keep
Yeah. And then so this is where we get processed, you know what I mean? So like we have to like wait in a line for them to call us, and then we go up to this thing, and then they get your name and they print out some paperwork. This is where I notice when I look at the paperwork and it says 10 grand is my bail, that's the exact charge that I was in Burbank for. So right there I'm thinking like something isn't right, because like I already
Dealt
had
with it.
time served and dealt with this. Why am I here? But no one can give me an answer. Like, no cops want to hear it.
Right.
All the other prisoners have their own problems. Like, no one gives a shit. So I'm just like sitting there in my mind going like, something's fucked up and I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then this is where it gets good. They stuff us all in another room and make us all strip down naked.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and put
Together.
Yes.
Yes.
And put your clothes in a plastic bag.
Were you
you're sitting
taking
there
a peek?
No, but there was a woman cop watching, and she seemed to enjoy herself.
Really?
Yeah, there was it's like a room with a glass window, and
And a
she's
bunch
just
of dudes.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes.
And
Everyone's
she's sorta
stripping
like
down. One dude
grinning.
next to me is like fucking bawling because he's probably gay. You know what I mean? And like doesn't know what to do.
Well, you're jumping to conclusions.
Wait, had they at this point separated?
No, because he's probably
Not
gay.
It's not the
Were you
prison.
separated, or
It's
were
like
you
a
with the
term for
same
sexuality.
group you came in with?
Yeah, the same group, but we're broken up into sections.
Yes. When they broke you up in sections, did you notice that your section wasn't as hardcore as when you were?
Yeah,
with the,
yeah.
okay.
Well, see, because on
So
my
it's
thing,
not-
it says low 4,
Yeah.
which means I'm not as harsh as like
Yeah,
others.
so you're not in with the killers
I'm not really.
anymore.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
kind of the sunny side to the story.
Yeah.
That I got put in with like at least people that are close to my age and blah blah blah. Even
And
though there's a
gay.
crack dealer
And
with us.
misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Yeah, misdemeanor. So,
Right.
You're
so
naked
yeah,
with
we're
a
all
group
naked.
of
I'm like holding my
artists.
balls. I don't want people to see my dick, and then it's like we have to run out to the showers and they throw the clothes at you and you have to run to the showers. I put my clothes down and then I go shower. Showering wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
You just mind your own and get clean. But
The prison showers was the best part. Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting
Way overblown.
the movie situation where
like
you
gonna
drop
be-
your soap and someone rapes you.
Yeah.
But luckily, everyone there is just like showering. They don't
all
pay
shower
attention.
gel these days.
Yeah. And so I put my clothes to the side, and then I was like showering. I went and since all the clothes looked the same, I couldn't find mine, and I don't want to take someone else's clothes because what if I take some crazy Vato's clothes and he stabs me? So it was like. I'm looking around for my clothes butt naked while everyone's dressing. So everyone's practically dressed just laughing at me as I'm naked running around looking for my clothes.
Oh my
Fuck.
And also I was told don't lose your towel, and they're right because people steal towels.
Oh.
Because you only get one towel. And so I'm I finally I think I found my stuff, who knows, and it just immediately dressed, and then it's I had a pretty interesting conversation with a crack dealer. He was nice, and we shared stories. I asked him if he'd seen The Wire, that kind of thing.
Had he?
I don't think so. I don't think people there they've never
No,
seen The
you're
Wire.
right.
There's
They-
no way.
yeah.
HBO, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
He's like, I've been too busy living The Wire.
He's like, I'm so sick of everybody telling me I have to see The Wire. I'll get it. I'll get to it.
And he was a
After Breaking
redheaded
Bad.
17-year-old white boy.
No, he was a hardcore black guy.
I'm
He
kidding.
was really nice.
Of course. All right, continue.
But yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny because we're sitting there in the showers dressed while some other dudes are naked, just talking about him telling me about what it's like to sell crack, which I have to say fascinating. You don't get experience like that every day.
Sure.
So they march us off. Then we go into this other room, and
file
this is where I
that
met
away
one of my
for-
first friends was this cool black guy that was I find out later was on so many psych meds. But he was totally cool, and we were talking about he was born in '79 like me, and we were bonding, and Enemy of the State was on, so we were talking about
Wait, what?
movies?
A movie?
Yeah, well, the room we were in, there was a TV, and Enemy of the State came on, which is a movie I like. Will
They have a
Smith
movie
and
called
Gene
Enemy of
Hackman.
the State
Well, that
playing.
doesn't sound so bad.
So then they marched me out, and we go to the medical thing where we have to tell them our medical problems. This is where I got very lucky because I told the truth that I had asthma in 2006.
Nice.
But I don't have it anymore.
How do you know?
All right, go on.
I don't need an inhaler.
Go on. Go on.
I can
Go
live with
on.
that.
Go ahead.
So then and this whole time I'm asking every deputy in sight, showing them my thing, saying I think there's a mistake. And they're like, we can't do shit. You have to wait and get put in your cell first, and then tomorrow morning deal with it. And so I'm like, well, fuck, I guess I got to spend a night in jail. This is Friday night. I think it's 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
So yeah, then we get carted off. I'm put in a holding room to wait to go with a bunch of people to wait to go to my dorm, and they take me to the Twin Towers, the medical facility, because I said I had asthma. So that puts me in a different category.
Nice.
Now this is where I'm
This is
lucky.
downtown, right? Downtown LA.
So I'm very lucky that I said that because it kind of avoided me going to the really hardcore place early on.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? The part where there was just
yeah.
a riot. There was just a riot there.
Whoa.
The other place. So I go to Twin Towers. It's like a medical facility where you go and you're put in a dorm with a bunch of people that need meds, like crazy heads that are basically there's this giant common room, and there's all these other rooms that are dorms that 20 people are in, and there's a loudspeaker. It's 24/7, so people are constantly being called into the common room to see a doctor, to get their meds, shit like that. I don't even have asthma, so I'm really there for nothing. And I'm surrounded by people on meds, people that are fucking cuckoo. Honestly, though, that was probably my favorite part.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. And I hung out with an OG. I hung out with another guy that looked like Mike Rose. Like
was there a Nurse Crockett type there?
Nurse Crockett.
Ratchet.
Whatever, same thing.
I don't know who that is. Anyway, so then I was at that place for a day, and this is the point where I'm like, I just gotta fucking get out of here. So I just kept. That's when I called Savan. I called my dad. I'm like, you got to get me out of here.
What time is this? This is Saturday morning.
Because I spent the night there because they turn off the phones at a certain time.
So it's now Saturday.
Yeah, it was Saturday morning, and I was like literally by the phone waiting for it to turn on. And there was a bunch of people like telling the cops, "Can you turn the phones on? Can you turn the phones on?"
Yeah.
They don't move their ass. They basically take their time, And there was one point where we were just all sitting there in the common room, and there's like a TV and shit. I hear a bang, and I look over, and some dude is being like thrown up against the glass by these cops.
Whoa.
And they're just beating his head in like right in front of us. And I was like, I don't think I should even look because he may like be like, "What are you looking at? You want some of this?" So I'm just like, I want to look because it's like, whoa, shit, fucking,
it's amazing.
look at that. But I like, I can't. I'm just like, oh my god, and like we just see some dude getting his ass beat in front of us. So. Anyway, I'm sitting there. I made a lot of friends at that point. I met a guy who was a construction worker that he's in there because he moved dirt into an area where it didn't belong, and he was like a genius. He's read all the Dune books, so we had a really good conversation about Dune.
Thank God.
Yeah, this is passing the time. Hello.
No, of course.
Yeah,
wait, he's in jail because he moved dirt to a place that dirt wasn't supposed
so
to
he
be?
says.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a true story.
Yeah.
And then I met an ex-soccer player.
I mean heroin.
There was a body in the dirt, actually. Imagine that.
No, I believed him. He was really nice. Sure.
Oh,
you gotta give people.
You
give people the benefit of the doubt in this situation.
All right.
You can't be like going like, "Oh, you probably murdered someone."
No,
then
he's
they'll
right.
stab you.
He's right.
And then
because then they'll murder you. You're right.
Okay.
So you're standing by the phone, gripping it, waiting for them to turn it on.
Yeah, and then
you call Savan.
So I call
your
my
parents.
dad. And it's like he's like going to get me out. He's going to talk to a bail bondsman, deal with all that. And the thing that sucks is like those phones are like collect calls only.
Yeah.
So you have to call them, and then you have to wait 20 minutes for them to set up a prepaid account because nobody has collect call
on their cell phone.
Yeah, on their cell phone.
Yeah.
So my dad spent like almost $60 on collect calls.
Yeah. Yep.
Which fucking thank you, Dad. Like I'm glad he took the hit for that. And then
and Savan too, by the way.
No, I only called him twice.
But still. He spent over $20.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you throw me a bone here.
All right,
I'm fucking in the Lucifer's belly.
All right, Abed.
And so
that's the name of the sixth Dune book.
I think Savan taking a $20 hit is not that big a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
All right.
I
guess it's all a matter of perspective.
Oh Jesus!
Go ahead,
Abed.
This guy has no fucking sympathy.
Who, me? I do, of course.
But you're like worried about Savan's $20.
No, I'm not. Go.
He's just thinking of himself and how he would just hang up on you.
Yeah, he would hang up on me. He'd be
Thanks,
like, "Oh, nice
Jackie."
prank."
That is true.
I believe
He
it.
is the last person I would think of to help me with anything.
Why do you think I didn't call him?
Yeah.
And so then, anyway, so then Savan's like, or my dad's like,
you
we're
didn't
doing
have my
everything I
number
can.
memorized.
So then, so basically, like, my dad is like, yeah, I'll get you out and everything, blah, blah. There's all these, we're having problems with the bail bondsman. Like, there's all these difficulties. And I'm just like, difficulties? Jesus Christ. It's like one thing after another.
What does a guy gotta do around here?
Yeah, no kidding. And also, like, because we all have each individual cells. And my cell I was sharing with a heroin addict. A guy that's recovering from heroin.
Not
so
individual.
He's throwing up every hour.
Oh.
He's shivering and
God
blah, blah,
damn.
blah. Poor guy. I felt really bad. I'm on the top bunk. Luckily.
How many times did he ask you if you were holding?
No, I mean, we barely talked because
Oh.
he just told me
He was
his.
so sick.
He was so
having
sick and
withdrawals.
didn't know where the
You
fuck he was.
You should have kept going. Hey man, I know where to get some heroin, and then go. Just kidding.
Dude, I think
Every hour.
I think they monitor everything people say.
I'm
Yeah.
so
you don't
full of
want to say
heroin
shit
right
like
now.
that.
Yeah, no, just
I'm
keep
stuck.
going. Justin's
I
going to
couldn't
keep trying to
shoot
derail
another-
you with stories
so-
that don't even matter.
Yeah.
All right, go
But
ahead.
You
it's
have no
fine.
idea, Justin. Justin wouldn't have even made it through the Burbank County. He would have.
He would have been fine. He would have
No,
been fine.
my God.
That was like a cakewalk.
Okay, continue.
So basically, like my cell is the thing where if you close the door, it shuts permanently, and I kept doing that like stupidly. So I kept having to page the people on the outside. Can you open my door 5 C-Pod? Because I locked it again, and they were getting pissed. They were like, "This is not a paging thing. This is only for emergencies. We're really busy. We don't have time for your shit." And I kept doing it, and they're just like, "You again? God damn it!" You know, like
it wasn't like a loving like. Oh,
No.
Why would you shut your cell door?
because I kept like thinking like I don't know. I mean, there's
He
so much-
wasn't raised in a barn.
Not trying to heat the whole cell.
Yeah, it's like I just kept walking into my room and then I'd walk in and be like, "Fuck, I closed it again." You know, it's like you don't it doesn't register for a
Benny
while
Hill
that
music is
the door won't open when you turn around.
All right.
And so then so my dad is like, yeah, we're doing all we can, blah blah blah. I guess Savan was in Modesto and found out that Harmon had gotten word thanks to you and Acosta.
Thank you.
Ridley
Thank you.
and Acosta are like
The
two
real
of my-
hero of the story.
Yeah, they're two of my saviors because
Aw.
they both were talking back and forth. They talked to Dan. They pretty much said, "Oh, dude, Abed's in some shit. You got to help him." And Dan came to my rescue.
Well, yeah, because the thing was, I didn't know because it's like I'm sitting there going, look, all of us in the Channel 101 world, our whole friendship community, not all of us, but a handful of us are trying to go, Abed's in jail. What the fuck do we do? And I'm like,
Call the man with the money.
yeah, call Dan Harmon,
Yeah.
the creator of NBC's Community. I mean, you'd think, what would Jeff Winger do? If Abed from TV was in jail,
Yeah,
right?
he'd come to his rescue
you'd
with
bail
a
him
cape.
out, right?
Yeah,
Call Pierce.
Yeah, call Pierce.
Isn't Pierce like rich? He created hand soap.
Yeah. But I was still a little nervous to reach out to Dan. I was like, Dan, I didn't want to. It's gonna bug him, and then, but apparently,
No,
he,
well,
Did
I
he
mean,
bail you out?
Dan has a
then-
heart. He's
so
got a heart.
Dan is one of the most amazing people I know.
Well,
He's
we're
such
skipping
a
ahead,
great
aren't
guy.
we, Abed?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, well, no, not really, because
Okay,
that factors
so-
in.
okay.
So then, my dad is like, Savan said that Dan Harmon's going to bail you out. Like, he's a really nice guy, that Dan Harmon. What a good friend. And this made me kind of like, there was this glow, this really good feeling, warm feeling I felt because I just felt like Dan was like, man, I love that guy. What a great guy, dude. Oh my God, thank God that. I don't believe in God, but thank you. There's Dan Harmon, and then my dad was like, oh yeah, and I was kind of felt good that my dad likes Dan because
So your dad was relieved because then he didn't have to put up your bond.
yeah, I think that's
because
why
he
yeah.
couldn't. It's like
Well,
that's
he
what the
could
trouble was?
have afforded it, but
Okay.
he was just
Drop in the bucket.
But the bail bonds guy he was dealing with was like just giving him the runaround, and there was
Yeah.
all this bullshit. So when Dan
Well, to be
came
fair-
forward, that really got things going because whoever Dan dealt with made it go quicker. Because Dan was like him and Dino were doing
Well,
stuff.
to be fair, like we were on the phone with the bail bondsman all day Saturday and into Saturday night, and there was nothing. You were fucked because 2 reasons. One, the computer system was out, completely out, coincidentally, just your luck.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
And number 2, we couldn't bail you out until you were processed, which you had yet to be processed yet.
Yeah, and that's
you had
because-
yet to be updated, quote unquote.
That's because in the medical facility, you can't do anything until the doctor and the psych doctor
you fucked up.
and the nurse sees you.
you thought the medical
I
facility
didn't fuck
wouldn't-
up because I was in a safer place than where I
Yeah.
would have been.
Oh, okay.
So it's
All right.
actually it was like a happy accident that I was there because that
Okay.
place wasn't as bad as
You
where I
would
ended
have got
up.
out. You would have gotten out quicker if you hadn't have gone to medical facility place. But you
True,
would have been
but
in the shit.
I would have
That
been
would've
in.
been a
I would have been in the
horrible
middle
show
of a
about a time.
riot because
Yeah.
there was actually a riot going on at this time.
yeah, that's probably not.
Yeah,
good.
in Central County.
You might have
So-
gotten shanked.
And everyone said that building was condemned. But there was still prisoners there.
said it was haunted.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sitting there
Marilyn
like,
Monroe's ghost.
and I couldn't believe that like now there's a computer problem when
Yeah.
I'm in the shit.
No, that's what I told Savannah. I was like,
Have you still not pooped?
Well,
When are we getting to that?
Yeah.
okay. Well, actually, when I waited for my bunkmate to go see the doctor, and then I went to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
so I could go by myself.
Can I ask Abed a question? So Abed, you not to rush things along, but eventually, Dan and Dino went there. They did what they had to do. They pushed forward. They got you out. You got free. We'll get to that in a second when you left. But I just want to ask you: did you learn anything from this?
I mean, I learned like
What'd you
so
learn,
much.
Abed? Tell me what you learned.
Life is very valuable.
No,
Don't get upset if you're sitting in traffic because you could be sitting in a cell.
No,
Yeah.
none of that. None of that.
But are you going to take care of your warrants and
That's-
all that.
that's-
Oh yeah, I mean, of course
system
I
has
learned
failed
that.
us.
I mean, that doesn't even have to go without
If
saying.
you had to do it all over again, would you?
Well, of course, no.
Tell people you love them.
That's the other
Don't
thing.
shake hands. Give hugs.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like I'm actually quite
And also
lucky
take
to
care
have all
of
the friends I
your-
do because there's people.
Because now they're just talking over your life story and interrupting it.
No
Because they
kidding.
love
Jackie,
you.
shut up.
These guys aren't my friends.
Shut up.
Jackie's
I
sitting here
text-
on her high horse.
Yeah.
Jackie's the only one I really like.
I texted Dan Harmon.
true.
No, yeah, well,
And then I went to sleep.
To be fair, Ridley really did.
And I was on the phone with your fucking bail bonds and the jail. I was the one.
I didn't know that at the time.
I,
mean,
I,
now
of
I'm
course,
finding
I
out.
called
And
the
that's
jail.
fine.
I
I
called the
don't-
jail and found out that your real name is Abdul Wahid Terrell Gaith.
I knew that.
Yeah, that's
too.
my real name. Yeah, yeah.
I knew
Well, that's
that.
the
I
other
knew
thing.
that.
Like a lot of cops, when they saw my name, they're like,
Terra.
they were like, "No, really, what's your name?" They were like, "Are you
Oh,
serious?"
hey,
Like they
check,
were like,
check his ass for a fucking bomb.
That's what they said. They're like, "Hey, Talhead, is this your name?"
It really was.
And you can't do anything when they're racist like
And then
that.
that
because
girl
when
was
you
taking
talk
photos
back,
of
they-
him laying naked with the fucking what's her
Oh
name?
my
The
god! You got some fucking what is
Guantanamo
that?
Bay.
No, that
There you go.
Iraq.
Abed
Waterboarding?
Gay sounds a lot like Abu Ghraib.
Abu Ghraib. Yeah, you get some Abu Ghraib stuff, huh?
Oh,
So
God.
Abed, you learned that when you have a court date and you get letters in the mail and all that, like to go out of your way.
Yes, because I'd rather be standing in a court than in a
And not only that, but when you're
than
dealing
taking
with
a shit in front of
when
somebody.
you're dealing with a system where you're in jail and you say, "Hey, why am I here? I shouldn't be here." Fuck you. Shut the fuck up.
No, yeah,
When you're dealing with a system that works that way, maybe, sort of head in the sand, ostrich, if I don't see the letter come in the mail, it didn't come kind of in mentality, that's not the best way to act because clearly you lose at the end.
Well, I mean, my wildest imagination didn't imagine this. That
Sure,
like
no,
I'd
no.
be ended up in the most hardcore
Dude,
place.
it was
Because it
horrible.
doesn't seem like it's that big of a crime.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
And you're like,
It's
why
not
would I
like-
go to jail for this?
It's not like I was
it's
dealing
bullshit.
crack or I shot someone. You know
It's
what I mean?
total bullshit, but it's a reality.
It's a reality check because California pretty much is a prison state.
I tell you what, I've got outstanding parking tickets and maybe a couple other problems I need to take care of, and I'm definitely going to resolve them now.
You should.
Oh, dude, you do not. I mean, I'd hate to see anybody of my friends in there because
So-
I know what it's like, and it's not pretty. It's
So
very
Awful, and
depressing.
it's scary.
It's scary,
frightening.
and it's
Abed,
like
at the end of the road, what happened? Like, what was the final like light at the end of
Was
the
it a
tunnel?
mistake too? Your paperwork was all of that? Were you not?
I don't
supposed
know.
To be in?
I got to
No,
still
no,
go
no.
to court tomorrow.
No, no.
and figure this
I can
out.
tell him. I talked to the jail and I talked to your bail bondsman. You had two warrants.
Right.
The $10,000 warrant. The reason why you got hauled off to county is because you had another warrant for $375.
Right.
For God only knows what.
Oh, it was sneaking onto the metro.
Yeah. So there you go. That you never dealt with. Once again, you probably got letters.
Here's the crazy thing
I
is,
might have one of those out there.
yeah. Isn't it
I got a
tempting?
ticket for one of those.
Isn't it tempting to sneak on that metro?
I was just hanging out with no ticket, and the guy got me.
Yeah, I mean, well, you never know when those cops spring up because there was never cops. When
Well,
I would
you
sneak
believe
on.
me.
Well, I have to go, but I'm happy you're free. And don't let that make you a harder person.
Well, you
Kyle
know,
has to
go
leave.
to that court with bells on, and like skipping and whistling.
No, he's going to the
I love this
UCB.
guy.
Oh,
Kyle, thank you very much for joining us for a short time.
absolutely.
We might have to have you back for a full
Thanks for
Yeah,
having me,
Kyle.
everybody.
full
thanks,
proper
Kyle,
session.
for coming.
Nice to meet
It's great
you.
to see you again, man.
Any plugs?
Any plugs, Kyle?
Any
Yeah.
plugs, Kyle?
Just grab a mic.
Yeah.
Anything you're
yeah,
plugging?
Plug away.
No.
All right.
Plug your beard. It's wonderful. It looks great.
I just trimmed.
Look
Oh,
for your
okay.
Comedy Central half hour
At some time.
Some
in,
point.
in a prison near you.
Yeah. On
Yeah,
TV.
you should do it live from prison.
Pay your tickets, everybody.
Well, this story, I'm at the final act.
Okay,
so,
let's hear it.
well,
Act 3.
Well, I got to say one thing that at one point when they called me out to the common room to and everyone's getting pills, and I was sitting there I don't take pills. What do I do? And the guy next to me is like, yeah, I don't take pills either. And I'm not taking anything they're trying to give me. So then I told the guy I'm not on meds. And he's like, what's your name? And I told him, and then he made me just sit there. And I took this opportunity to tell a deputy look, this is my situation. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. And he just sat there and went and I was like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, the man's fucking you pretty much. That's how it is. And I was just like,
He was being sarcastic, though.
no, he's serious.
Oh.
He was like, yeah, that's the deal. That's the deal. You just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's just tough
The
shit,
deputy
buddy.
said this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
You know what, though? I have a feeling he tells a guy that twice a night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Me saying that, there's a million people that tell him that. He's heard it every day. So he doesn't want to hear it. He's just like, I'm here to do a job, man. I don't give a shit about your problems.
Yeah.
And
Just the faceless, like you can't even connect to them as a human being.
No.
No.
Be a
But
no.
you
The only
gotta,
people I can
they're
connect with is prisoners.
desensitized though because they
Yeah.
don't know Abed like we do.
You know
He's
what?
just another
Almost-
number, another
Yeah, I'm a
face
number.
with another story.
Yeah, it was just like,
It's
what's your number?
almost
What's
like
your last name?
probably what the Jews had to deal with in some of these concentration camps, right?
Uh-huh.
Like almost, not quite as bad.
Well, you know that you're not going to be asked to take a shower and
I'm
be gassed to
kidding.
death.
I'm fucking kidding. Of course, the
my
concentration
God.
camps are worse.
He said that, not me. He's taking it
No,
back.
and
Well,
that
I was
road.
expecting you to get on my case, Ryan, but
Well-
you sat there like a deer in headlights.
Well, he
I
gives the
didn't
whole
understand what
story.
he was-
It's like,
because earlier in the evening, Justin,
well, whatever,
Justin
forget it,
compared,
doesn't matter.
Justin
Continue.
compared what to being in a concentration
I
camp?
don't remember.
What was it, Justin?
I
Come
don't
on.
remember.
Oh, and
brushing
I'm
your
the
teeth.
racist.
Yeah, he's
Jackie is no racist.
I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're a sweetheart.
Abed.
He said he
Like,
said
if
us
you
home.
and
he
racism,
said
they
something
don't,
like
they don't
being
never
in the
met.
Apple Store was like being in a concentration
No,
camp.
it wasn't that, but I don't know.
I
what it
wanted to tell you.
But being in LA County Jail is a lot closer than the Apple Store,
Like-
Justin.
I've had two friends that had to go through pretty much the same process. One went through that because
Cool
he had
story,
a bunch
bro.
of warrants.
Cool
And-
story, bro.
And he thought
Her.
that shut up. And he thought that he would spend the night in jail and then be, he wouldn't have to pay all these
the
tickets
same
or whatever.
thing
And
as
the
me, yeah.
same thing happened.
Yeah.
And,
So you
and
totally
it's
understood.
Terrifying. It was terrifying.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, it gets
Wow.
worse.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on. Quiet. Abed, bring us home.
Okay, I'm bringing you home. So, I was... Basically, I came into the medical facility. It must have been like Friday at 3 a.m.
Wait, we're going back in time to Friday?
Well, there's
We
he
were
still has to
already
go
at
into
Saturday.
the main room, right?
Yeah, I
With
still
all
have to
the
go in the main room.
the
Yeah,
hardcore
I'll get
people.
there, I'll get
He hasn't
there.
gotten there yet.
So it's like people are coming and going into this facility, and I'm not getting seen yet, and I'm just freaking out because I'm like, when is my turn to see the doctor? And
Wait a second. You were in Twin
God.
Towers on Friday?
yeah,
My dad was down there.
what?
You should have called me.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking.
Okay,
here.
Jackie,
What does he look
Seriously,
like?
medical board.
What does he look like?
Oh, go
Oh,
on.
God.
We'll talk
Wait,
about
Jackie,
that later.
Jackie, serious question. Could your dad
Sorry.
have done anything like to speed?
Well,
Dude, I
he
might have
could
talked
at
to your
least
dad.
Done something with
I
his
might have-
badge.
dude, you know
'Cause
what?
He's on the state now. He works for the state as a police officer.
I seriously might have talked to your dad.
You wouldn't have. No, you would have only dealt with the sheriff's department deputy.
Is he like high up?
He's not with the sheriff's department. He's with the state.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Hold on, Abed, do you mind? Somebody's here.
Oh, I this is one of my favorite bits.
Probably someone knows that you. It's so bit. Someone really wants to probably come in.
Oh, so we have to act like
Yeah.
it's real? Okay. So, hey, yeah,
Hold on,
come in.
I got it.
Yeah,
Hello?
you get it.
Hello.
Yo, what up, fool? Yo, SA.
Hey.
Oh no.
Hey, yo, I spent some time with this motherfucker
Oh, yeah?
in the jail.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Abed,
remember.
Is this one
yeah,
of the guys?
yeah, that's Blinky.
Yo, I'm the crazy one that was freaking out and talking to myself.
Wait, no.
Well, he was white, actually.
Yeah. No, you sure? You sure?
Oh, fuck. Oh, motherfucker. Oh,
He's jerking off
remember
right
that,
now.
Abed?
No, you sure that you're
Nah,
not the
man,
guy?
I was just fucking around. I was just making sure you were right scared.
No, he's cool. He made me an honorary gangster.
We were watching TV together. He told me
Yeah.
about The Wire.
Oh, yeah, you still
Hey,
gotta
Abed,
watch
did you
it.
write that movie yet?
No,
All right.
but I'll give you a
All
big
right.
part.
I gotta go. See ya.
It sounds like that might have been an amalgamation
God.
of every
Okay.
one of your.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was everyone grouped together.
Okay, yeah.
Justin said
And
bring
they
it
all
home,
farted like
and
that.
I interrupted. I'm sorry, but it just hit me like lightning.
I can't believe it.
I-
I was really thinking of that. I was like, I wonder if Jackie's dad might be here, and I was trying to find a Buscarino, actually.
You wouldn't have anything in the jail. Like I said, that's like the sheriff's department. He's
Yeah.
something completely different. He was there for like a medical board trial thing, but he was there.
Oh,
Couldn't he have done anything?
And I don't know what he could have done, but he would have tried to. Have
Yeah,
done
yeah, he
something.
probably would have done something.
If
because,
I had said my friend is there and he's not supposed to be there, he would have said like, "All right, what's his name? Let me see what I
Okay.
can
yeah,
do."
yeah. I remember
Well, shoulda,
thinking,
woulda,
like, if
coulda.
only I had
know,
Jackie's number.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
All right.
All right, so now I'm still in the medical facility, and they finally call my name. So I go to I go see the nurse and the doctor, and pretty much get checked out. I'm fine. I don't need asthma inhaler or anything. At this point, I know that Dan paid my bail, so I'm pretty much thinking that I'm going to be on my way out. You know what I mean?
Who told you, by the way?
My dad.
Okay.
Because I was corresponding with him. And so then I'm carted off. I think everything's going to be great. And they take me to this holding room, right? And I'm still just like happy-go-lucky, like fucking finally I'm on my way out. I love Dan Harmon. God damn, like what a great guy. Like, oh, he saved my life. And I'm in there with this Navy SEAL guy who has a colostomy bag.
What?
And he was the coolest fucking guy. He was so fucking cool.
He's like, hey, you want to touch my colostomy bag?
Sounds like you met some of the coolest people in a long time in jail.
I did. I really did. I like this guy. He was from Redondo. He was a super nice guy.
Kind of makes me want to go a little
well,
bit.
no, and
Good people in
I
jail.
felt bad for him because his story is like his wife hit him, and because he has a previous record, the cops like didn't believe that his wife said that he was threatening her, and so the cops put him in jail for 30 days.
Trouble in paradise.
And so the poor guy didn't do anything wrong, and he's got like a house, he's got kids.
Sounds like
and
nobody
dogs.
did anything wrong.
Yeah, of course not.
I've
That's
seen the
joke.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I know. But see, this is the guy that broke it down to me. Like, you're not getting out. We're all going to county. You know, we're going to
Weren't
the
you
main.
already in county at this
Well,
point?
he's
No.
in the one facility.
Yeah, I
You're
was in the
going over
medical
to the
facility,
other,
going to the other
yeah.
facility.
Got it. Okay.
So then I was like scared because I'm like, but the bail was paid. Why am I going to county? That's not right. And he's like, because like it's going to take a while for the
You
paperwork
ain't
to go
been
through.
processed
You can't just.
yet.
Like, you can't just get bailed out and immediately get out. Like, it takes a while. He's like, probably tomorrow morning you'll get out. Or maybe sometime in the night. There's no telling. He's like, at the latest, I'd say tomorrow morning. And he's telling me like it is. And then he's also bracing me for, you have to flush after every shit. You can't dangle your legs on the end of the bed. You can't look anyone in the eye. And it's like, you can't.
Why can't you dangle?
Yeah, why not?
People below you get pissed.
Yeah.
And they'll fucking grab your feet and throw you
But
against
if
the wall.
you're on the bottom bunk though, you're cool. You can dangle.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but of course I get the top bunk.
Of course, the monsters that live under the bottom bunk. they'll
Yeah,
get
Jackie's
pissed.
giving you a look, Justin.
She wants to make out with me. That's the look.
Oh, sexual
That's not a
tension.
make-out look.
That's
Jackie.
a shut the fuck up.
Okay. Go
Oh,
on.
gee,
you know,
boy,
every now and
I-
then, Jackie, we can throw in comedic commentary.
I can't read women.
No, Jackie can... Hey, shouldn't Jackie be able to throw in her comments?
No, we were supposed to be quiet so
right.
you could wrap this up.
No, we also see you're causing more problems
Yeah.
than you ever would have
No,
thought.
I really got to stick up for Jackie. Come on, you guys
No,
are
no,
so
ahead.
mean to
Continue
her.
your
Go.
story.
So then anyway, oh yeah, so the guy's telling me all this and I'm freaking out and he's like, I don't mean to scare you. I'm just telling you what's going to happen and I'm trying to prepare you for it and all this shit. And then like,
Was his name Carl?
I don't remember his name.
Colostomy bag Carl.
But
Okay,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
he was such a nice guy. I really liked this guy a lot. He was cool. So then they
out.
take me off to, and this is all like underground. Like we're going through a tunnel to go to county, and so we're being like brought in, and then it's like this is the scariest fucking part of the story.
Yeah.
because I'm walking past all these other dorms where there's like a window and people are inside like monkeys and shit.
Yeah.
And it was like I finally come. They bring me to the dorm I'm supposed to go in. And it was like, I walk in, and the first thing that happens is a white guy, like with tats, comes up to me, and he's like, "White or Hispanics?" And I'm like, whites? And he's like, "Come with me, man. What's up? How's it going?" And so he's the leader of the whites, and he's telling me, like, the deal. And it's like American History X. He's like, all right, so he's like, don't shit there. You can shit there. You can piss here. Use this phone only with the white tape on it. Use any other phone, you get your ass beat. Here's our section, and here's like the soap and toilet paper
he
you can
looks
take.
at you and thinks you're white, though. This guy.
Because I told him I was white.
I mean,
Because I'm Middle Eastern. I don't fit in. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Why didn't you say Mexican or Hispanic?
on Mike, maybe.
Because Jackie, he is half white. I mean, he's gonna.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I got. Plus,
So-
it's like I don't
Yeah, but
expect.
those guys
I don't
don't-
expect. Here's
those-
Jackie. I don't expect a guy to come into my face and say white or Hispanic. So the first thing
Yeah.
came to mind, white.
Let me give you. Let me.
And also, white is
also half
the
Middle
safe
Eastern.
one. Yeah.
Always err on the side of white.
Yes, that's. I was just about to say that. That's probably the safe.
I
the
just love
safe
that this guy was so trustworthy of Abed that he's like, all right.
No, he
you
was
don't look
super
it,
nice.
but-
He had Spider-Man tattoos. I could relate to him.
I mean, he had
Okay.
webs on his elbows.
Yeah, how'd you know?
God.
Those
Okay,
aren't
go on.
Spider-Man
No, how'd you know, though?
tattoos.
Go on.
That's okay.
like those. Go on. Go
Those
on.
aren't-
Is that
Go
a
on.
Nazi thing?
No, what is it, Jackie?
No. They mean a number of things, but mostly is like time served and.
Yeah, it's
just
not
go on.
Spider-Man.
Well, that guy was
Yeah.
super cool. He was like
Oh my
great.
God.
I love that he had Spider-Man tattoos. No, that means that
He
he's
made me-
killed 100 people.
Because, like, you got to understand, I was completely scared shitless, and this guy really made me feel better. Like, he was being nice and telling me what was up.
okay, well, it's because you were
So-
white. If you had
Well,
been Mexican,
and my
you would have been
dorm-
a different guy.
My dorm was probably like 70 people. all these bunk beds, and there was like just whites, Hispanics, and blacks, like all of us together. And am I racist?
What
saying
about
blacks?
Chinese?
No.
I'm trying to speak the language of
Dude,
the
you're just in prison. You can keep it real.
jail.
Yeah.
So
What about the Asians? Where do they go?
There's no Asians there.
Oh, not a single one.
How about the Jews?
They're busy. They're busy coding web programs.
It can mean that if you kill a minority, you get one on your album.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Good thing
So
I didn't
that
tell him
means
I was
the white.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah, the white guy killed.
I love Spider-Man.
Well, I didn't tell him my name either because maybe he would have figured out that.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
wasn't-
okay.
You could have just
Abed.
said Abe.
Yeah, Abe.
So
And,
you're
so-
in the scary place.
I'm in the scary place. He takes me to my bunk, and I'm sitting next to this this is sad, like a 65-year-old man with a beard, and he was toothless. And his nickname was Merlin. He was super nice. He was like my buddy.
Did you meet any pricks in jail?
Any assholes?
Not really.
I mean, even
Yeah.
the guy who's a recovering heroin addict, you're like, yeah, he's a nice guy. Other than the fact that he's vomiting everywhere.
well, I mean, what am I gonna do? Like, how dare you vomit
Well,
near
I
me?
know, I get it. Just-
Like,
You get what you give.
I
get what
tell
you
what,
get.
All right.
Okay,
continue.
so I lay on my bunk, and the first thing that happens is there's a Mexican dude under me that just his head pops up, and he's like, "Yo, are you West Side?" And I was like, "Till I die." And it was
said
like,
You really said that.
yeah, and I was like, because I knew like you got to make people laugh, you got to like be funny because
Jesus Christ.
that's what kind of gets you.
Okay.
What
by.
if he wasn't West Side?
Hold
though?
on. And what
No.
was the response to that?
No, he was like, "Yeah, bro, fuck yeah," and he like gave me props and shit, and like I'm just trying to. At
What
that
was the
point,
Mexican guy doing it with the white guys?
everybody's mixed together because
Okay.
there was like a black guy.
He's
like
like, hey, you won't
Okay.
beat my ass if I use the phone with the brown tape on it, will you? I'm West Side all the way.
And it was funny because like everything happened so fast, so I couldn't remember what phone was ours, so I had to keep asking people.
Oh, God.
But what was cool?
White tape. It's like the buzzing in the door.
But it's like it's not really
Oi,
white.
man, we
It's
just-
not really white. It's that strapping tape, so it's kind of brown. So I was like, "Is that white?" I didn't know.
knucklehead. You're using the
Yeah.
black tape again.
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God.
All
Yeah,
right.
good thing I wasn't colorblind. Jesus.
Oh, that would have been trouble. The white.
So
Not a color. Well,
so-
I guess it
and
is.
this is where it comes full circle because like I ran into the dudes that were on the bus going over, like those four knuckleheads that were my buddies.
Yeah.
And I was just like pleased as punch to see them because I have someone to talk to, and we're just like,
Hey,
man,
remember me?"
good to see you again. You know, what's up? What's going down? And like we're sharing stories, and like I was happy, and like they had a TV playing like Golden Compass, so that was kind of cool.
Oh my God.
It's a bad movie, but it's good when you have
Dude,
nothing else
anything.
going
The
on.
worst movie
Yeah.
in
I
that
love
situation.
it. I love it. Yo, doing a golden compass.
Yeah, some gangster guy was so into it, man. He was like glued to the screen.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was the greatest. I loved, and also when we were watching American Dad, it was funny to see them laugh at all the jokes.
Yeah.
You know, like because like we all felt like the same,
It's
people.
those jokes hit a broad demographic.
Yeah,
son.
it was a funny episode actually, even though I don't like that show.
Okay.
So I think yeah. So then like time's passing. I think it's like 4 a.m. No one's really sleeping. Like a few people are sleeping, but there's a lot of people just like running around and walking. And I just stayed
Having
in my
fun.
bunk because I'm just like
You start to wonder: are these robots or
no,
people?
Well, I just stay in my bunk because like I don't want to get up. I don't want to like ruffle any
Yeah,
feathers.
yeah.
I just want to stay
Stay
here.
put.
Didn't
Stay
shit.
quiet.
Didn't shower. Didn't piss.
Didn't even dream.
Still holding it in, huh?
I don't think I.
Well, he had
dreamed.
taken one shit so far.
Yeah. So
I don't
and I wasn't
wanna
eating the
get
food
up.
either.
I
I was
wanna
just like
stay in
every
my
time I got
bunk.
food, I
I'm
gave
an
it to
innocent
Merlin.
man.
You know, because poor Merlin's
And I'll
65,
never get
and
out.
like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
probably needs that food more than me.
Yeah.
So I kept giving Merlin all my food because I can't eat that
Little
shit.
do you know, he's overweight
He has
because
a heart
of people keep
condition.
giving him
Oh,
food.
Merlin was my
32.
homie. Merlin was
He's
great.
like the fat squirrel at the park.
He was like a skinny old guy. He was
Okay,
really
okay,
nice.
keep
How dare
going.
you talk about Merlin?
I don't know.
He's my
Jesus
buddy.
Christ.
I hope he's okay wherever he is.
All right, well,
So-
he's in jail probably. Continue.
So yeah, and I'm just like I called my dad, and my dad's like, "Oh, Harmon just paid the thing, and you'll be out in a couple hours and stuff."
Oh my God, was he misinformed? You should have called us.
No, well, anyway, I don't know any numbers.
All right.
So I'm just like in my bed, just waiting, and then I think it came around to be like noon the next day, and it was like finally like because I just kept sleeping. I just
This
tried to
is
keep
Saturday
sleeping.
or Sunday now?
This is Sunday.
Okay.
So then Merlin wakes me up and he's like, "Dude, you're out. They called your bunk number. You're out." And I was like, "Oh my God,
man.
finally!" So I get up, and then some vato comes right up to my face, and he's like, "You getting out, man?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What the fuck, dude? You got in here yesterday. I've been here fucking 30 days. What the fuck?" And I'm just like, "Oh God, like, are you kidding me?"
He's the
I'm
final
like,
boss.
Yeah, I know. On my way out, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me just because, like, And I told him, I'm like, I don't really belong here. And he's like, yeah, man, you think I belong here, fool? What the fuck? And he's like looking really pissed and like, I don't know, like I just,
oh my God.
I didn't really like acknowledge
so
him
close,
fully.
it's so far.
Because like I felt like if he wants me to get in his face, you know what I mean? So I just kind of bundled up my shit and just like, no, everything's cool. And then I just like sidestepped him and sort of ran to the door.
Yeah.
And luckily my buddy from the bus, like the knucklehead guy, the chef, like he was there at the door waiting, just like talking to me and saying like, oh, it's great, man, you got out. So I think like talking to him like deflected this other guy. Yeah. So like we were talking and he's just like, fuck, I want out of here so bad, man. I'm not supposed to be here this long, and I'm so happy for you, and like that was like very touching. And then towards the end, I'm sitting there waiting to go out, and it was like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then some vato's like, yo, man, you getting out? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, trade me your pants, fool. And I'm like, yeah, what have I got to lose? So I take my pants off and trade him.
Like your prison issue?
Yeah. Because I guess my pants were bigger and his were smaller. Yeah. So but when I put them on, they were super tight. But I didn't care because like I'm on my way out. It's like, you can fucking, do what you want, man. Fuck yeah, take these pants. I don't give a shit.
Huh. That was big of you.
Well, I'm like,
unless it was like a thing where that's like the code for rape.
Yeah.
Look,
yo,
Justin,
trade me your pants.
I think we learned one thing. Yeah.
So
it's gangbang.
AKA
so then you got out.
Then they marched me out, and it's a whole nother process. It was like another 4 hours till I got out.
Yeah.
Because you have to wait in another
Now Harmon
holding
was
cell.
there to receive you and pick you up.
No,
right?
he did show up, but it's like he just waited because like it was taking so long.
Yeah.
And then when I got out, there was a really sweet, friendly note from Dan and Aaron saying like, when you get out, call us and we'll come get you if no one else can get you. And of course, like, I get out, fucking the sunlight was so beautiful. I just would kiss the ground. I was like, I fucking love to be alive. Like, I got to say, like, life right now is so precious, and like, I am just.
And God and the Bible. That's a Mr. Show quote.
Well, do you know Stamatopoulos did help him get out of jail?
Yeah, he did help me. Yeah. And now we're buddies on Facebook. So then there was like all these guys running up to me like, you need a cab. And it's like I just used one of their.
Didn't Dan leave money? Leave you?
Yeah,
cab
he left
money?
me like $25
for a cab, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I called Dan and I was going to use the 25, but then he's like, no, it's cool. I'll just come get you. And because my car was in Burbank still, like the cop left it on the street.
Yep.
So I just said, I just need a ride to my car. And Dan's like, yeah, I'll give you a ride. We'll have
the
lunch.
irony. He shows up to his car and there's 4 tickets on it.
Probably.
Oh, there wasn't.
And that's like the ending credits of the horror movie.
Burbank,
like you zoom
where I
the
work,
because
I was a block away from my work. Like the street parking isn't really.
There's going to be a
not
sequel.
Enforced.
Yeah, it's not really. Well, it is enforced, but I think I was all right.
He'll never pay them, and then.
And
he'll end up in prison again.
So Dan came and got me, and I mean, I basically kissed him. I was like, I'm so happy to hear your voice, to see you. This is like blah blah blah.
Dan really is a fucking good.
He's a really good guy. He said something funny. He said like, you don't deserve to be in there. You deserve to be cradled on a warm lap. Like you're the last person that should be in there. And like. I told him the whole story. I mean, he chuckled and he was like, "Whoa!"
You told him everything you just told us?
Yeah, I just went into detail about.
You told him about Merlin and the.
Yeah, and he loved the whole like when I get in and the guy says whites or Hispanics. Like,
oh yeah,
that was his favorite. Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
And he also
said, white.
He loved that. He loved the West Side Till I Die line. It was his favorite.
So we sort of jokingly mentioned like, oh, this is going to be an episode of Community. What? And you got all excited. Is that like?
Well, because when I was telling Dan the whole story, he was just kind of like processing it. I could see him like soaking it all in and like asking questions.
Now,
and,
did he make any
he basically
suggestion that this...
No, he summarized like when he dropped me off. So he was like, okay, so Burbank, jail, West Side Till I Die, whites versus Hispanics. He was just like going through all the beats.
Yeah.
And I think he was in it. I mean, I think he was
Season
processing.
3. Season 3.
He better at least have a walk-on that prison one. That's all I got to say. Abed better be in the background.
He better be the guy who says, yo, man, you West Side.
Yeah.
No, he's got to be the guy at the very end who's like,
trade me your
getting out, motherfucker?
Yeah. I want to be that guy.
You getting out?
I want to be that guy.
Man, I've been here for 30 days, motherfucker.
And it's like a metaphor for like success in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, the other thing I was told when I was by the Navy SEAL guy is don't tell anyone that you're getting out, because like you're getting out in like a day, because that's the last thing they want to hear, and they will beat the shit out of you.
Clearly, you almost got your ass kicked.
He said make sure you tell them that your case is pending and you don't know what's going to happen. And that's what I
got on your journey, you had all these little helpers. It's like the Black Cauldron video game. Like,
I know.
Or any
all these
classic
little-
story.
Well, because every time I told my story why I was there, they all knew I didn't belong there. And it was my
Yeah.
first time. And they're
Okay,
like,
Abed.
your first time? And then so they gave me advice.
Yeah.
So, Abed, what are you going to do now? You're going to make every court date.
Yeah, I have one tomorrow that I'm going to make.
You're going to be there bright and early. You're not going to avoid court dates anymore.
Nope.
You're going to make sure you check your mail and go through it.
Well, I have 2 addresses to check.
Okay,
because
all right.
They
Well, you're
keep
gonna-
sending stuff to my old
Well, in
address.
that case, you're going to check both addresses now,
Yes.
vigilantly, and not just assume that if it goes to the old address, it doesn't mean anything. Right?
I've learned
And
a
you-
lot.
And
yeah.
you're not going to rest until all your little prison friends get out, right?
Yo, I miss them actually. I want to know how they're doing.
And you're going to make calls or ask friends to make calls. Let's get to the bottom of this. What's the brass tacks? What the fuck do I
Well,
have
he has
to do?
his court date tomorrow.
Yeah,
morning.
yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna get everything straightened out.
But
and, like,
nothing
settle
would
all
make
this.
me happier than for you to not have any of this shit hanging over your head.
And take the
anymore.
weed out of your car. You have bad luck. You know that you always get pulled over. Just
Or-
take the weed out
There
of your
is
car.
no weed. There's never gonna be weed in my car.
Yeah.
again.
Or just spring a little and get the fucking card, the marijuana
No,
card.
you know what? Don't suggest that.
Why
he
not?
has
Prop
bad.
19
He
hasn't
has
passed
bad
yet.
luck.
Yeah, but it's fine. Get the marijuana card and you're good.
Do not.
Justin's
have-
right though, because if you have that card, the cop doesn't care.
Yeah, he's good.
If
Also-
he doesn't want to, why all of a sudden now they're carrying cops? If they want to take you in for something, whether you have the fucking card or not, they're gonna take him in. He has bad luck.
Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah,
Don't
even-
suggest a card.
Yeah, but I
even
know
if
this
I
guy.
have-
He's gonna have the weed in his car either way.
No,
Don't.
I'm
Get
not.
the card.
No, I'm not.
Don't.
Believe me. No way. No way.
Yeah.
All right.
No
Good.
way.
Changed man.
Well, I mean,
All right,
look
Abed,
what happened.
tell our listeners the last thing we want is Abed. You just went through an experience that a lot of people may never experience, and some people are heading in that direction. So why don't you tell our listeners, all 12-year-olds and our little tykes, tell them a message, like
Scare 'em straight.
Yeah, scare them straight. This is the and now you know moment.
No matter what you do, basically.
Say white.
What?
No,
go
let
on.
him go.
Sorry.
He's got something to say.
Well, should it be funny? Or
No, it
Just
should be
whatever you wanna
sincere.
say.
be sincere.
Real.
Okay. Well, this whole story's been a little sincere. Anyway, basically, no matter what you do, you kind of never know what's going to happen. Like life isn't on your side. And you may think that like things are going to be okay, but around the corner could be like the biggest insane amount of doom that you could ever imagine coming at you. So I'd say like appreciate what you have, tell everyone you love that you love them, and be thankful that your life is boring, or that like you're not in jail, because that is not where human beings should be. You are treated like a number and like a statistic. You're not a person. You can't.
That's right.
And
You heard
have
you
no
heard it
rights.
here first, Ashley Ann Cooper.
And there's nothing more scary than someone else in control of
Yeah.
like whatever you do.
And,
All right.
and this is an American prison, Charlie Wang. So imagine.
Now,
And
Just imagine.
well, my cousin wanted me to say that China got me out because he's
Okay.
in China.
All right.
no,
listen.
wait. Do you have a little swagger in your step now? Where you're like, I've been to fucking county, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I do, and I was hitting on a girl yesterday, and it was really easy. I was able to flirt with her like nothing.
And she
Yeah.
sucked my dick.
And I didn't care if
right.
she thought I was weird or not. That's usually what I care about. Is like, you might be weird.
Yeah.
But like, I just was
You're like, I
like,
haven't
yo,
been to fucking
baby,
jail.
hey, let's get up on
Were
this.
you wearing that getup you're in now?
No, of course
Okay,
not.
all
I mean,
right.
but that would have probably
you
made
do
her
sort
go,
of have a little
"Aw."
bit of a Malcolm X vibe.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, like
well,
you
I
got-
am raised Muslim.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Okay. All right. Well, Abed, thank you so much. Seriously, man. Thank you for coming.
Yep,
And
yep.
you
And telling
never
your
wanna
story
hear
on
that
our
you've been
show.
in jail ever
And-
again.
I know,
Well,
I know.
Jackie, he's got like 4 people that are going to be on his ass from now on.
Oh yeah.
how are
yeah.
you getting your court appearance tomorrow?
How am I getting there?
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not going
Set
to
your
sleep
alarms.
in. Yeah.
Set 2 alarms.
I'm gonna set 2 alarms.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up like 2 hours early.
Yeah, there
Yes.
you go.
Like
There
I'm gonna
you
wake
go.
up 2 hours early. I probably won't even shower. I'm
But
just
you
gonna
have to
get my
understand.
car
You have
and
to
go.
understand that these court dates are more important than your job. They're more important than anything in the
Do you want me
fucking
to come
world.
with you?
If you want, that'd be wonderful.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just a little sick
What
of
if-
hearing
what
Dan
if-
Harmon being the best human being
No,
in the
but
world.
I would actually want you to come just so I have some company.
Hey,
Of
I
course.
kind of want to go just so I can be like,
and he can talk about it and have
No, no,
something
no.
for himself.
No,
no.
for
I
real?
want to go and just be like, yo, motherfucker, yo, motherfucker.
All right, maybe not
and then
him.
get him arrested.
For
yo,
real though.
yo, this motherfuckers here.
Actually,
Grab
these-
Abed, drag him out.
Yeah.
you guys should both
Totally
actually
fuck 'em over.
really go with me because, like,
What
if
time is
something
that?
else happens, like, I'm kind of afraid if I go there, what if they throw
We
me in
might
jail
we
again?
might be able to fight the
Yeah,
the
you
bailiffs.
guys might no, not fight the bailiffs, but you'd be like, "Where's Abed? Why are they taking him away?" You know what I
Like,
mean?
yo,
Like,
where the fuck's my friend? Yo.
it's not that loud. Hey,
Okay.
look, no, seriously, if
She's
you guys
being
want to come
dramatic.
tomorrow, like,
time is it
please,
at?
8:30 in the morning.
Never mind.
Yo, I'll be there, motherfucker.
Some friends I got. Yeah.
No, I can't go for reals. I would go.
How
No,
about Mike?
I know you can't. I know that.
No, I'll go. Come pick me up.
I'll go.
Come pick you up.
Come pick me up first, Abed.
Isn't that out of the way for him?
It is, yeah.
What
I mean,
if Abed has to go and pick me up, then pick you up? He's totally
if
late.
you want to come meet me, you can just park your car where mine is.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So let's wrap this up with the Abed story. So Abed, seriously, thank you so much for telling your story because
You're
I'm sure a lot of people want to hear about it. We had a bunch of people on the Facebook page asking for an Abed update. You know, we still
Very flattering.
We still have a lot to discuss with your roommate and all that stuff. But
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
this
so
sort of takes
much, so
precedence.
much.
Sort of
No, I
pales.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely pales. Yeah.
So we
yeah.
need to have Abed back soon, but yeah. So that's your Abed update, ladies and gentlemen.
This whole episode might be called the Abed Update Special.
yeah, it's gonna have to be. Yeah.
Yeah. I felt bad that, like,
I gotta say too. Also, in a way, your story was inspiring. 'Cause it felt like you had a lot of people helping you.
I did. Well, I think it's because I kept my sense of humor about me.
Okay.
Like,
And you're also a nice gentleman.
well, not only that, but I learned that you can't be afraid. You have to just get through it, and you have to seriously have a sense of humor. Because without my sense of humor, I think I would have gone
Gotten
insane.
The shit
would've
beat out
been-
of you too.
You would have been like the Mexican guy who was like, "You getting out?" That guy seriously lost his sense of humor. After 30 days, he was like, "I don't have a sense of humor."
No, I
And he
mean,
was a stand-up comic before he went in.
Yeah.
maybe it's because I watch too many movies, but I always
No.
know that the funny guy is the guy everyone likes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's also one of the ones that dies first, just so you know.
He's watching a different
Or maybe
movie.
actually in the third act he dies.
The funny guy may die.
They keep
but,
him around until the third
but
act.
it's the cop that kills him because all the criminals like the funny guy.
And then it's the funny cop that kills the funny guy, and then it's like, oh, jeez.
You got to learn to be the cool, serious, like you're
brooding.
yeah, soldier, scientist.
With the girl on the outside.
a friend told me that I'm lucky that I kind of look like I'm scary. You know,
You're
that,
like a
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that I don't
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
I'm a nerdy.
Justin and I would not have.
yeah,
liked
you
that.
guys would have been
Oh,
like
dude, I would have been
raped.
fucked.
raped
Yeah.
and like
It would have been like 12th, or it would have been like 7th grade all over again. All right, Abed, seriously, thank
Abed,
you.
thank you
yes,
for sharing your
yes,
story.
I love coming in. This is great.
Give me a hug. I mean, we don't really, but people on the radio think.
Okay, we're
Oh,
hugging
they're
now.
hugging. Oh, how
okay.
adorable.
Oh yeah.
All right, now we're moving on to the next subject. All right, it's listener email time.
All right, it's a little late in the night, and so I'm gonna do something I never do
It's not even that late compared to.
some nights. But we've had a long episode. We've had Kyle Kinane. We've had Abed Gaith telling his famous prison story.
Yeah.
I might have to skip some emails this week.
What?
It's just that there's certain ones that maybe aren't as, you know.
I understand.
Well,
And
Jackie,
I agree.
Jackie's.
I understand, and I'm on
well,
board.
I'm the solo voice that says, "I can't believe it." No, you know what though? We got a fuck ton of emails.
We
this
got a
week.
lot of emails.
Which
and
is
there's some-
great.
there-
Well,
yeah.
can I? I've never spoken my theory on the show, but this is my theory. My theory is because the last episode we stated quite clearly, not a lot of emails this week.
Yeah.
only got a couple. When the listeners hear that, they just like, oh fuck it, they hardly got any emails. I need to send an email in. So then everyone sends an email in,
And
and
then what
you just get a
happens?
fucking shit ton of emails. And then we're like, oh my God, on this episode, we got a fuckload of emails. So now everyone listening to this episode is going to be like, oh wow, they got a ton of emails. I'll hold off. So the next episode, we're going to have like 3 fucking emails.
Well, then I'll save some emails for next episode.
Yeah. I think that's a
Okay,
good
fine.
idea.
Or if you want to be a diligent, smart, ahead of the curve listener,
I'm not. Oh,
Listener.
Sorry.
you go, when you hear, ooh, we got little emails, say, all right, I'm going to hold off. And then when you hear, oh, we got a fuck ton of emails, that's when you fucking write in. Do you hear me,
I can't-
people?
That's
Do
understandable.
you hear me, listeners?
It's confusing to me.
No, it's not. It makes fucking scientific sense. You fucking can track it. All right, anyways. go ahead.
Anyway, okay. First up, our favorite listener.
Oh boy.
Is it Charlie?
Oh, wow.
Wang-a-lang-a-dang-dang.
Jeez, this guy gets on every episode when he emails. No problem.
What do you have
this guy.
resentment towards him?
Well, no, I'm just saying. What about the newcomers, the first timers,
I'll get to them.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. I love Charlie Wang. I'm just saying.
Hey guys, I have to admit, you guys are getting better and better. Well, the first ones are still good though. Thank you, Charlie. It is actually one of my habits or hobbies to sit in front of a computer for more than half an hour
And beat off.
to write you guys emails.
Aww.
And then double check if I make myself clear. It gets a lot. You hear that? You hear the work this guy puts
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
You know what, Charlie? It's almost like homework. Because
Yeah.
it's English. He's reinforcing.
absolutely.
Good work.
It gets a lot of worries out of my head. They come back, though. 2 quick questions. What do you guys like the most about one another? Because we've heard a lot about Jackie hating Ryan and stuff.
I like that Jackie's a woman. I like that Ryan's a Jew. Let me see. That's 1 for each of them. I like that Jackie's a
sincere.
weirdo.
Yeah.
I like that Ryan's neurotic. So that's 2 things I like about each of my coworkers. Go ahead.
That
you
aren't
guys.
very flattering, actually, if you think about it.
You're what?
They're not very, like, Ryan's
Yeah,
a Jew and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
neurotic,
He's
and
a
I like that.
weirdo.
And Jackie's a
I'm
weirdo.
a woman and I'm a weirdo.
I like how Jackie speaks her mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm not joking.
Uh-huh.
And she's not ever trying to be funny. She just is
Herself.
funny. Yeah, herself, which is funny. And
What about me? Come on. Give me something here.
is that good, Jackie? I mean, that's
Yeah, this is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
like this.
Yeah, it
Give
is.
me something. What about me, Ryan?
I like how you're
Come on. I want to know.
I like how you're quite a character,
Oh, wow. Thanks. And
and you've got a real unique way of looking at the world.
your cock is the biggest I've ever seen in person.
Jackie, your turn.
Let's see. Whew.
Come on, spit it out. Hurry up. You want to be here all night? Come
Okay,
on.
Justin.
I'm what?
Well, like, it's like
I'm an American.
I like that you're selfish, and I mean, I usually like characters that are, bad.
Well played. Thank you. All right, and Ryan.
Ryan actually off mic is very kind. Actually, for reals.
Uh-huh.
And if I was getting hauled off to jail and I had the choice of either calling Justin or Ryan, I would call Ryan because I know that he would help me.
Well,
Thank you.
that's the correct choice because I'd be too sleepy and or busy playing a video game to deal with your fucking bullshit.
I know.
Just kidding.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
All right, next email. No, there's more
And
Charlie Wang.
question
All
2,
right.
are there any
Chapter 2, Charlie Wang.
Are there any podcasts as good as yours?
No. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Absolutely, there has to be. But I'm not going to do the research. You got to do it for yourself.
No, we don't want to lose him as a fan.
It's fine. He'll be our fan, but he's looking for something else to listen to. I don't know.
Something.
Mark Maron. He's not going to like that.
There's that guy that
There's,
travels around the world.
Chinese American
Carl
jokes.
Pilkington?
No, the other guy. Steve.
Brule.
Steve.
Smith.
No, the guy who's got the show on PBS.
And he does the walking tours
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
can
yeah.
download. He's
Yeah.
great.
Who cares?
Okay, anyway.
All right. No.
Yeah,
So-
who cares about looking at things around the world?
Not me.
Jesus.
You're worried about your regrets, Justin? I don't know. I recommend WTF with Mark Maron, but that's an interview show. As far as 3 people sitting around trying to be funny for an hour to 2.5 hours,
There's always 3 people sitting around trying to be funny. Just dig through the iTunes. You'll find it.
Okay, sorry. Finally, sorry for not sending emails last week. And yes, Justin looks like a dad on the fish.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Weird.
Wait. Does that mean that they're playing that? Oh, no, he saw it online.
Yeah,
Oh,
weird
okay.
that I can always picture him with a baby every time I see his pictures.
Yeah, well, if I shaved and went clean shaven,
No,
you'd be
you
like,
just-
"Oh, it
you
looks like a
look
little
old.
tiny little tight."
You look
tot."
old.
And
right.
Jackie, take care. It's the 20th episode, and you were, he assumes we're reading us on the 20th. 21st, I'll update it. And you were sick for the 2 or 3 of them. We still want you to stick around to see how Ryan pays for his date. So,
Oh.
and as usual, love the show and do so forever.
Okay, next
Aw,
email. Thank you,
cute.
Charlie. Next email, please.
How do I pay for my date? Very
How about on Mike?
carefully.
With a coupon.
Jesus, I've got his fucking mic turned up all the fucking
Okay.
way.
This is from Robbie Massey. Hey, gents, and we know him from the Channel 101 world.
Yeah.
Hey, gents and madam, the show is an unparalleled spectacle, and I always enjoy. I just want to write in and say thank you to Jackie for bestowing some key phrases such as "so cute" and "you look like shit." You look like shit. about my girlfriend Chandler and I because we now have yet another fun inside joke to use in public and alienate people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're like Seinfeld.
I love that he has a girlfriend named Chandler, one of the comic relief goofy character from Friends, played by Matthew
Maybe that's what she was
Perry.
named after, too, because she's young.
Oh, yeah.
She was born in the 90s.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Jackie
crazy.
Buscarino, strengthening relationships and seducing ghosts since 1978?
77.
77.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
Okay. Next email. Let's hear it.
Dear-
Lay it on me, baby.
Dear GVP, could you say hi to my friend Justin on your podcast?
Me?
Hi, Justin.
Do you know a girl named Miranda? I don't know if I'm assuming she means not you, Justin. It's very confusing. She should have clarified.
Okay. Hello,
Hello,
another person named Justin.
Justin.
There's many of them out there, and I hate them all.
Oh, wait. He's the only
I'm
one.
like the Highlander. I'm the only Justin. I'll kill every other one and
You get the
suck
power
their
of all
powers.
other Justin. You know, you shouldn't have
Yeah.
killed that really selfish guy because you gained his.
I know. It
powers.
sucked. I blew it.
You were so
I blew
selfless
it.
before
I also
that.
shouldn't have killed the one who was agoraphobic, like just sickeningly agoraphobic, because that kind of.
You also shouldn't have killed the one with the fat face.
Oh yeah. I shouldn't have killed the one who loves candy. All right, continue.
He's the only one of my group of friends. We discuss the podcast and chat just about every day. Wow. Who hasn't been mentioned yet?
Fuck him.
Kinda.
Have sex with him.
Stop it.
Give it up.
Stop it.
Come on. It's inevitable.
he-
Men and women can't be friends.
He's
Come
in
on.
the friend zone.
The podcasts are getting so much better. Not that I ever wasn't excited to listen to any of them. Jackie is definitely my favorite part now. Though for a while it was Justin. Toppy makes me laugh a lot.
You know, I've been doing less like character stuff and really like owning it and sort of
Yeah,
getting
what's
into
the
it
matter
lately.
with
I
you?
don't know. I mean, I'll probably get back into it, but lately I've just been sleepy and like, oh god.
You know, we do have a podcast to produce, so maybe you should get over that.
I mean, it's not sleepy. It's just like, oh god, really? All right.
Well, when you do it,
Oh,
it does become
dance.
shtick.
Oh, it's like dance for the audience.
Yeah.
Dance.
All right, monkey. You set a precedent. Now get out there and fuck it. It's like, yeah. Anyways, whatever. I'll
listen to
get back
that.
into
That's
it.
something. It's a little insight. But Ryan
Where
is
is my therapist?
cuter than Justin, so everyone has something.
Oh well, good for you, you little bitch.
Jackie
I don't give a
is
fuck.
definitely the cutest, though.
Oh. Well, she's clearly
Who, me?
into girls.
Aw.
She's clearly goes both ways.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Because I'm the most feminine of the men.
That's true.
Also, I really
And the
like.
women.
Yeah. Also, I really like the Sarah Silverman interview. She and Ken are my top favorite guests for sure. But I liked Abed too. Oh, baby, I hope she listens to this episode.
Yeah, of course she will.
Also, you guys are crazy that you don't fart in front of girls and think that's gross. It's probably a sign that you're not very mature.
What?
Yeah, that's kind of.
How about a sign that like that's fucking a turnoff?
Yeah.
And it's fucking dehumanizing and horrifying.
I can't even imagine. This is.
I'll
this
tell you
is
what,
a
if
major
I'm-
theme in our emails calling us out on
Yeah,
this.
let
Yeah,
me tell you
good.
something.
I got some too.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
If I'm dating a girl and I'm fucking, let me tell you what. If I'm married and I'm in love and this is the woman who I'm gonna have my children with. The second she farts, fucking throwing her overboard.
You're on a boat.
Fucking throwing this bitch over
You're
in
on
the
a
sea.
boat.
And sharks are gonna eat her, and I won't even help her.
Uh-huh.
I'm exaggerating.
And
I'm
then cut
I'm
to
kidding.
Cut to the shark with
Cut
the shark
to
wife.
Dateline NBC.
We have a
Fucking
podcast
investigation.
from the year was 2010, and
I'm Michael Johnson. And it was a pedophile justice or whatever it's called.
I was trying to do the Robert Evans call.
Oh, whatever. Same difference.
Okay, I can't even imagine having.
I was
a
balls deep.
I was balls deep.
Balls
in
deep in my wife who farted.
in Merlin. My wife who farted.
And I threw her overboard, and that one movie was the top of the charts. All right, go ahead.
It's logistically impossible. For one thing, to be in a long-term relationship without farting.
Yeah.
And for another thing, it's kind
Yeah.
of assigning a woman a status as unhuman. Well, Justice has said it.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on.
Many
Hold on.
times.
Can I just
Yeah.
tell you really quick? Like,
He wants
this
like
is
some geisha.
This is
like,
this is what makes me mad about the fact that Jackie held just like one would be required to hold a fart in, according to Ryan and I. Jackie held this question in until we stopped recording, and then pooped it out of her mouth for Sarah to hear after we stopped recording. And then Sarah, her response was so great, and yeah, she addressed your question, like what happens like 2 years in when. You know, all of a sudden,
Yeah,
you
one
know, you
slips
smell.
out.
Yeah, like you're sitting there, and the guy smells something nasty next to his girl, and she's sort of like, oh, I guess it's a special moment
Yeah.
that you share. And Sarah explained it perfectly, and God bless her because she's fucking right.
No, I totally disagree.
Well,
We
I
know.
disagree
and
with
then
you.
to
Jackie.
be so openly with this, I like to drink cum, I like to take shits and all this, and look at me,
What?
and I and be so open about talking
And have
like that, but
pornography on his computer
then
screen.
not be able to fart in front of your loved ones or your significants. It makes you all fakes.
Listen.
Like, I can talk about shit and farts, and I can say, yeah, I fucking fart.
yeah, you know what,
Put
though?
my
Like,
money where my mouth is.
Yeah, I'm not
but
just
you
talking about it.
you take it to a level where it
What did I
consumes
say?
everything.
If you listen to the last episode, I said, I know there are things that you get out of hand. I'm not saying that you should fart in
Hey,
your
come look at the
boyfriend's
shit
mouth.
I just laid, boyfriend. Come look at the shit I just
Hey,
laid
if
in the
it's
toilet.
funny and if it makes
No,
someone laugh,
you're wrong.
All
right,
he's
next
a
email.
faker. You're
Fuck
fake.
that.
You're
Fuck
like a
that
poser.
shit. That's fucking
you're like
ridiculous.
You're like a dirty talking poser.
It's something we all have to do. Do we need to fucking, hey, come in to the bathroom, sweetie. I just laid a fucking shit in
Yeah.
the toilet. Come smell it.
Yes.
No! Ryan, right?
Of course, I agree with you. Although I
thank
was in
you.
a relationship where we were open about that, and
And look where it ended up. Thank you.
That wasn't a problem of why you broke up.
Yes,
though,
it
right?
was. That was the Achilles heel.
he's getting drunker. Can you hear it in his voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right.
Okay, go on,
And
next
the bottom
email.
line is that it's not very intimate to leave that out. Like Jackie said, it's not like rubbing face in their shit and fart and blah, 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 blah. But the acceptance of the reality that your lady is part of a visceral human experience and that you know that you're equals or
All right,
something.
well-
Anyways, I look forward to future discussions on this and other topics. Thanks for doing
Okay,
this for
well,
free.
maybe
Rad.
I need to go to a
Rad.
therapist and deal with my problem.
Yes.
All right. Tyler Watkins
Yay!
writes, "Hey guys, this is Tyler Watkins. Brandon is totally wrong. The subject line, by the way, is episode 20. I want Romansky back. Brandon is totally wrong. Romansky was my favorite episode, and I want him to have a regular segment, even though I know that couldn't happen.
All right.
Kent's closet is funny and great, and should continue regardless. What others say in listener email. Taking a break from guests would be good. Maybe a more segment-based podcast versus the interviews. Bring back Romansky. Who cares what Brandon says?
Oh, yeah, baby.
We will try to experiment with without guests, I think, maybe.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
see.
going to do an episode coming up. I mean, we tried it today, and gosh, boy, I had to really carry it.
What?
I had to dig through my little notepad. All right, what stories do I have? And I had to fucking dig in there. We were fucking sitting, treading water until I got into my stories.
Oh, thank God that
God,
you
thank you,
saved
our
your
savior.
own podcast. Yeah.
Thank you. You're like Jesus.
All right, okay, fine.
Okay, this next email is Lady subject line, Lady
Lady
Gaga's
Gaga.
Ghost, Romansky, Silverman, etc. Hey, everyone, this is Krista from Raleigh, North Carolina. I've written it a couple times before, and they were too lengthy, so I'll try to keep it short. You all know Krista. She's active on the Facebook page, I noticed. I thought I'd put my 2 cents in about the Romansky episode. He's really funny. You guys are really funny, but it really was pretty hard to listen to. A lot of noise. But
She's
yeah,
right.
all these guests make me yearn for an episode with just you three, with the exception of Kent's Closet. Love that segment. All right, well, there's another vote for maybe next episode. No guest, guys? What do you think?
I'm fine with that.
All right.
I'm all right with that, yo.
Thank you, Krista. Ooh, oh, hello. Hello, who's there? What kind of crazy character could this be? I can't see.
Hello?
Hello, open the door.
Hello!
Hello?
It's me, Marion.
Marion?
I mean Mario.
Why'd you say?
Merlin.
It's Merlin
Should
from
have
the
been
prison?
Merlin from prison.
It's me,
Mario.
Mario.
How are you, Mario?
Oh, I'm doing so good.
You feeling better?
I had to go to a prison.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't pay my parking ticket.
Oh my golly.
I met a person named Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Yeah.
Where
right.
did you? Wait a minute. All right, that's it.
No, I just my esophagus it hurt just a little. It's harder to talk.
It's training a little hard to try to affect this voice. I meant.
Go ahead.
Why don't you talk in your regular voice, Mario?
Hello, it's me, Mario.
Okay, it's not much different. I thought maybe.
No, that's me, my
Okay,
real voice.
Got it.
I'm talking to my normal voice.
So did you have
now.
as much of a crazy experience as Abed did?
Did
you hear that?
Yeah. I got I was a part of the a Mexican side.
You chose Mexican.
Yeah.
Even though you're Italian.
When the guy with the Spider-Man tattoos, he come up to me, he say, why don't a Mexican? I say, I'm a Mexican. Cause
your name's Mario. So it's
Mario.
believable. Yeah.
I got a darker hair. I got a mustache.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to,
So what happened when you were amongst the Mexicans?
I just hang out.
Uh-huh.
It was all right.
Yeah.
now I'm here. I'm okay.
You got out all right. Well, what did you learn from your experience?
I learned I love people. I gotta say I love you. I gotta appreciate the sun. I gotta appreciate my friends. I gotta appreciate life. But I still don't take my mail. I still I don't care about anything about any sort of responsibilities. I'm not gonna go to my court dates. I don't learn about that. I learn about I gotta appreciate life. Oh,
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the wisest thing. Maybe you should get your brother. I'm going to tell your brother Luigi to maybe keep an eye on you. Make sure you show up here.
Luigi. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, that's enough then, Mario?
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here on Jackie's lap.
Okay, go on Jackie's lap. You can pipe in throughout the show. It's nice and warm, Jackie.
So warm. It smells like a rotten beef.
You like that smell?
Oh, my favorite smell.
All right, well, do you mind if I move on and read another email?
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Mario. It's really touching, your story. Okay, so this is from my best friend, Randy Herkowitz from Michigan. I've known him since 8 years old. He says, Ryan's a toy bully. I know your pain, Justin. Growing up as a toy collector and friend of Ryan's, he always felt the need to raise my blood pressure by messing with my toys.
Oh, boy.
We were at my house when we were about 16 years old, and as a lifelong toy collector, I spent hours displaying my toys. I left my room for a few minutes to go to the bathroom or whatnot, and when I came back, my X-Men action figure collection was no longer on my shelves. Ryan took them and took them all.
Where were they?
Took them all and threw them under the covers of my bed.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what he was thinking. He knew exactly how he reacted. Perhaps that is why he did it. But it wasn't like there were other people there to witness my freak out for them to have.
Is this true, Ryan?
Yeah, for them to have a laugh at my expense.
Why would you do something like that?
Well, because it's exactly what he said. I knew it would be hilarious because he has all his toys meticulously set out in
now,
the
if
shelf.
he had come in and went like, "Oh, cool," that's kind of where I was hoping they'd be.
I'd go, rats. No, I thought
See,
the funny
Randy?
I mean, he had this entire.
You could have done it right.
He had about 30 X-Men toys all lined up, perfectly
bullshit.
displayed. And he went to the bathroom. I just grabbed them all and I stuffed them under the covers.
That's bullshit.
So he walked in and see there's shelf.
Yeah, because the guy sit there and he set them all up perfectly, posed them all.
Yeah, totally.
Had to make sure that they're
organized.
And
Yeah, he picked the right combination.
Dude,
Wolverine next to Havoc next
dick.
to Sinestro. Yeah,
you're a total dickhead.
Yeah, Jackie, what do you think about that?
You know what? If you had done that to me as a kid,
And he's 16 years old and has these toy collections.
Oh, he still has them.
know.
He still has them.
Oh, no. Tell him not to do that.
Why? He makes a lot of money off them. It's his passion in life. He buys them.
You mean he sells them?
He sells them. Yeah.
Oh, so he's not hoarding them.
Oh, well, he still hoards them, but then he sells them too. PrimesToyStore.com if you want to check it out. That's a plug for
Jackie,
Randy.
what do you like? What's something you fucking like in your life?
What do you mean?
Like just like something you appreciate besides thrift store clothing. Like, is there?
Oh,
Besides resentment.
Yeah,
what do you hoard besides
you guys
resentment?
should come to my house sometime.
Uh-huh.
You should. You'd
I
see.
love antique doorknobs.
I do. I have a lot of those.
Just
I
laying
do.
around.
No. For my, I try to replicate what was in the house when
God,
it,
Will you
not
have a
that,
dinner
but-
party?
Yeah, I would.
Oh my
invite us?
god! Oh my god! Please.
Yeah,
All right.
you'll
I
be
can't
surprised at my house.
Your classiness?
It's just it's very masculine. That's what my friends come in and they
Your
say
house.
that the house inside, the way it's decorated, is actually very masculine.
Oh, okay. All right.
Anyway,
Randy.
Randy, guess what? It was hilarious to me. And you know what? I do it all over again.
All right. Okay. Take it easy.
Randy.
Take it easy.
I don't need an audience
What
to
does he do
torment
for
my
a living?
friends.
Just sell the toys?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
old is he?
Guy makes fucking
my age.
6 figures a year doing it.
Buying and selling toys.
Fucking
Yeah.
gets
Well,
laid all the
he's making
time.
like a real this is his passion plus
Yeah.
so it's not like Justin's like
Oh, no, Justin's a
sickness
loser,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just not
Gotcha.
organized. I could be like him. I just don't.
No.
Stop.
Go
it.
on.
He does say, P.S. I just bought my first Lego set since a child. It was from the 2006 Exo Force line.
Oh, I know which one he bought. I bet he bought the fucking giant like robot it's like a giant mecha suit.
Yeah,
and
he
then-
loves robots, so probably.
I bet you it is, and that's a great set because the minifigure torsos are really rare. And hard
Okay.
to find.
Anyways, he says he's looking forward to his first build.
and it's a very addictive hobby. So good luck with that.
Hi, GVP. I really enjoyed episode 20. The Kent's Closet segment gave me a
On
huge
mic,
laugh.
maybe?
a lot of positive feedback for Kent's Closet.
It's funny.
You know, it was all one bad apple that had spoiled the.
Yeah, it was one squeaky wheel.
Yeah, one squeaky wheel. The guy on our Facebook page
He
said,
feels really bad about it, so don't write him about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Anyways, he says, it says, I was laughing so hard I started choking a little, which wouldn't normally be a problem, but I was driving and I had to pull over on the highway. The fact that I risked crashing from a pun made me laugh a little more.
Is
Thanks.
that true? Really? Wow, that's
what the man
that's like
says.
the highest compliment that somebody is almost could have got killed on the road listening to your podcast
Sure.
or radio show or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
Wow, man, that's pretty heavy stuff. No, I'm serious. That's
think about that.
incredible.
When I asked about Justin's Lego collection, he emailed last episode about it. I was just curious, and while it led to some funny jokes from Ryan and Jackie, I started to feel guilty when you guys really laid into him. Once again, I mean,
come on,
it's
I
just,
could handle it.
Yeah, just like when I was 16.
I'll tell you what. There's a couple of great Lego sets that are coming out next month.
I felt responsible. I have no way to make this up to Justin in person because I live in the East Coast in D.C. However, I wanted to do the honorable thing.
No, there's a great way for you to make it up to me.
Uh-huh.
Just buy me some of these new Lego sets that are coming out next month.
Well, he did say he donated $5,000 to Smithsonian in your name.
Well,
although he said in Justin Roilarp's name, so maybe.
Oh, well, great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Next time, just donate it to me. I'll spend $1,000 on Legos, and then the other $4,000 will go to some sort of dog and cat. No, dog and cat charity, because I'm really emotional about pets.
Oh, is that because you still are, even though you're not dating someone who cares anymore about those?
That's the most insulting thing you've ever said to me in my life.
Would you give money to pet? Would you give money to animal shelters and things?
Yes, I do. And
more than $5?
Yes. Are you fucking kidding me?
More than $100?
Yes.
More than $500?
Yes.
More than 1,000?
No. But I mean, I'm getting there. I'm working up to it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, that is the fucking one thing on TV. If there's a commercial like Sarah McLachlan, like talking about
that commercial is so sad,
dude. I swear to God, true story. Every time it comes on, I fucking cover my face.
Yeah, change the channel. You don't want to hear that song.
I'm not quick enough, and then I just go fuck it, and then I just start crying.
Yeah,
and I'm full on tears, and then as soon as it's over, I'm like. All right, where was I? Playing video games. I'm totally fine. But I swear to God, for that, I'm not kidding you.
The song and the images, it's like the
but you know what though?
Is it one of her songs?
Dude.
Yeah, and I don't even like
Jackie,
her or anything, but the two together is a
Jackie,
killer.
like, even if I have it muted and I just look up and see those dogs and cats, like, I will fucking start bawling.
That's sad.
I'm permanently fucking forever. Yeah, that's my and then the guy goes on. Then the next commercial is about a bunch of kids who can't drink clean water, little babies in fucking
and you
huts.
don't care as much.
And I'm just like,
it's true.
Fucking tell somebody who gives a shit.
Sometimes I do have more compassion. I think for animals.
I swear,
because they can't talk.
I'm just like, oh, what little Tito can't drink water or fucking whatever, or little Samantha, whatever. I don't give a shit. Show me a fucking dog in a cage. You got my money.
Because they can't talk.
Because they're
it's true.
fucking,
and they'll be your friend no matter how terrible you treat them.
They're little loving fucking little balls of love, and
wait,
they're and
will you ding dong knock me, Justin? Will you ding dong knock me? I've never asked for this
hold
before.
on. I think there's somebody. Wait, hello. Wait, hold on. Let me get it. Hello.
My name is Ashki.
Shut the door. He's going to ask for something.
4 years old.
What the fuck do you want, Ashki? What? Let me guess. Do you want some food?
I'm from Somalia.
Uh-huh.
My parents were both slaughtered.
Oh,
in the ethnic cleansing.
Gee, why don't you cry me a river? What do you need, kid? I got shit to do.
I cannot speak. If that will help. I haven't eaten in 6 weeks.
Oh.
I had to eat my baby brother's arm. I cannot talk. I can wear a leash.
Well,
whatever you want. Just give me some fucking money.
Here's some peanuts.
Do you want me to roll over?
Do you have a dog? No, do you have a dog?
Yeah, Ashki, where's your puppy at? If you bring a pup in, I'll give you some money.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
There he goes.
Oh, is that Mario?
Huh?
That
was Ashki.
Is that Mario? I was Ashki he saw Mario, obviously.
No, it's, what's the kid's name? Like, when you want water, you've got a bunch of choices. Bottle, tap, filtered. But little Noop Nop here, she drinks water from here,
from
here,
the toilet.
Here.
From the ass of an ox.
It all makes her sick. So for only $20 a minute, You can make, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Nope.
I don't know what her name is. I wish I could remember her name because it's the same commercial like every night, and I see it 100 times. I should remember the fucking kid's name. Ugh. Disgusting. No. I do have a soft spot for little babies who are hungry too. Come on, give me a break.
So, anyways, he goes on to say that he's a short list of potential guests. I'd love to hear you guys interview if you have the opportunity. Brian Posehn.
Oh, okay. Done.
Sandeep Parikh.
Deal.
From the Guild and Legend of Neil, and I believe he was a version of Abed on Community once.
Done and true. Deal.
Robert Kirkman.
Working on it.
Dr. Ken Jeong.
Start holding your breath now.
And a ghost.
Yeah. Well, now you're talking. Now you're being serious.
Thanks for such an awesome weekly show. I can't wait enough for the hours of free entertainment you provide me with, Chris. Thank you, Chris. He's a very talented artist, and he's done our
He's
episode
a very
art.
talented artist.
I believe he's done our episode art for this week.
Oh, is he, Chris? Oh, is that Chris Piers?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the second episode art in like 3 weeks.
Well, he's awesome.
So we're committed to doing because we've got a fucking giant treasure chest of
listen how drunk he's getting.
Treasure chest of art. Hey, come on, give me a break here.
No, you're being funny. It's good.
It's a giant treasure chest of art. We got a whole lot of art in the treasure chest. No, but seriously though, I mean, are we doing him? Is that?
I love that art.
Okay,
it's
fine. So Chris Piers art this week. We'll deal with that in a little wrap up segment.
This next is from the Jackie's sister.
Oh,
Sarah.
She says, "Hey guys, I know that my perspective of me has been changed since after what I told you last week, but I felt obligated to let you know after the Virgin stuff. Also, I'm not the only one in my grade. 12 is a weird age where everyone wants to start to explore these new feelings.
When I was 12, I got shit on and pissed on. Maybe if I had been popular, I would have been getting laid left and right. Who
12?
fucking
That's
knows?
too young, though.
Yeah, but you
Fine
know, Jackie,
for exploration, but don't do it.
Jackie, when I was 12,
keep those fingers on your own privates.
Yeah.
Not on some gross
that
little
was
boys.
me when I was 12.
Yeah.
It's just like when you're 5 and you get some Play-Doh. You're going to want to see what you can do with it.
Oh, who told you that? What are you re-spitting that shit out from?
Uncle Roy. Hey, Sarah, it's just like when you're 5 and
you got some Play-Doh.
You get some Play-Doh. This is just like Play-Doh. Knead it in your hands. See what shapes you can make with it.
Now come here. Let me take some more pictures. Post online.
Anywho, I'm not like that.
That's
I'm
horrible.
sort of one of the guys. I'm that girl who will join in on the gross guy conversation.
All right, come on, speed through it.
I'm the girl who will call you a pussy with a smile and laugh together. I'm the girl who will scream penis in a mall.
Hey,
I'm the weird girl.
Sarah,
who
it might be time to write a fucking pop song with these lyrics.
Write a Bull Durham speech.
Yeah, there we go. I'm the girl that'll scream and laugh at you and whatever the fuck she says. All right, continue.
I'm the weird girl who doesn't go with the group, who likes dressing cute, but on Halloween will while you are a sexy devil, I'm
All
a
right,
banana.
Jackie, what do you think?
I'm a banana king.
Jackie, what do you
I
think?
have
What is she
pictures.
asking?
I love you
I don't-
guys.
or she's just
trying
telling-
to clear her
name.
All right,
She's
okay.
trying to
You're the
It's
girl
cleared.
who will do all this stuff, and all right, congratulations. What do you want, a fucking little medal?
I mean, you guys are like a family now.
Oh boy.
Even though I don't know
in that
you
case,
guys. Thanks so
ew.
much for reading my email. This is the coolest thing ever. Justin, go on.
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah Rome, you really outdid yourself this time.
Sweetie.
Honey pie. I don't know. Good for you.
She says, she goes on to say, maybe this is some advice. I am pissed. There's this dude who won't leave me the fuck alone. He will interrupt my conversations and always act like I'm talking to him no matter
get
what
a
I
restraining
say.
order and tell the police he's a pedophile.
He's ugly,
Maybe
gross, looking, strange,
he's gross.
annoying, boring, and intrusive. Help me, Jackie. Grr, loving farts. Sarah William Rome.
Gosh, with the gross guy that's bothering her.
Just fart in his face.
Yeah.
And then he will leave you alone for the rest of your life.
It's obvious that he probably likes her. So don't be too cruel to him.
Wait, yeah, she's right. You're 12. When you turn like 15, 16, he might be the fucking apple of your eye.
He might be really
He
cute.
might be the ugly duckling.
You
That's
never
what
know.
Justin's still going through that phase.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm almost thinking we should just
Stop.
midway through.
Oh, but you haven't read a single one of the new. We got so many great emails from people that are brand new listeners that were had intelligently written great emails. You haven't read a single one of
It's
those.
just that we have
what
so
are you
many.
saving those for?
I'm doing them in order.
Oh, Jesus. Well, then keep going, fucklick.
Okay.
Jackie's fine. She's sitting here surfing the net right now.
Okay,
She's not even worried about it.
This is an email.
Just shove a fucking computer in front of her face and...
I like this email a lot, even though it's long.
All right.
Guys, love the show. This is going to probably be long, but I will compartmentalize so that if you do read it on the air, it'll be easy to pick apart. Demographic. My name is James from Atlanta. I'm black, 31. See, he says black. Abed doesn't need to worry. I am black, 31-year-old professional with a law degree. I sent in the question for Sarah Silverman asking if she'd ever been propositioned for sex.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
a great
totally.
question.
When I heard Justin ask it on the podcast, it seemed like a stupid question to Sarah. My bad.
No, honestly, I asked. I selected that to ask because I was actually curious.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I want to know just, across the board. Is that real?
I'll try to do better next time. I started listening to the show around episode 13. Imagine my happiness getting to listen to episodes without having to wait for new ones to be posted. It was great, but then I got cut up, and now I have to wait for the weekly updates like everyone else. That's pretty cool that he went back and listened to them all.
And then you hate us
Yeah, like everyone.
when we're late.
Just wanted to let you guys know that although your show may strike some people as juvenile and loony, I can appreciate good comedy, and you guys are very talented.
Thank you.
That's sweet.
Especially Justin and Ryan.
Really?
No offense, Jackie.
Aww.
Justin's wackiness and compulsiveness and Ryan's improv skills and eye for timing and setup are great in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jackie brings a kind of balance to the force, I guess.
God, it sounds like I'm a real drag.
If I stretch, she brings, I guess, a balance to the force.
I guess Jackie's all right.
Wow,
I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Advice
Jackie.
for Ryan. Now listen to this. This shows, he a couple emails this week we've gotten that are a little late to the game in my email problems.
Go. All right.
Advice for Ryan. Ryan, I psychoanalyzed you and your trouble interacting with women. I don't want to profess to be a stud, but I did learn something about myself from going to college. I don't know if I should read this because I'm doing good with the ladies right now.
Well, read it because I think our listeners would like to know.
He did learn a little something about himself from going to college and into the real world. I realized that I always had plans and what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do to consider myself successful. And while I was working towards that, I never had the confidence in myself in other areas, i.e. with the ladies. But I noticed that once I started making good money and achieving higher positions, that all went away. Well, sure.
Sure, no.
Of course. I started talking to women who I would never have before, but I had amazing confidence just because I felt like I was there. I was where I wanted to be.
He's totally right, by the way.
Of course. Look, as soon as I get my big job, then I'm going to be doing fine. But I already got a lady, so,
God, he's so right. Like, yeah, once you sort of feel like, okay, I'm somebody.
Yeah.
Like I'm
the
like,
voice of a adorable little
all right,
character.
Stop. That's not even what I mean. I'm just saying he's right. Once you feel like you're worth something, then your confidence is boosted significantly.
Yeah. No, totally. It's once you get once you're good at something.
Imagine
as
if
a
you
man,
won the lottery.
As
It'd
a
be
man,
overnight.
I have to say, especially as a man, I don't think it's as important to women.
No, women are just like, look at my titties. Oh my God! And look at how handsome my body is. Look how handsome I put my body together. I work out every Sunday.
Look at how trim my bush is. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look
at my
go
bangs.
that
I just
far.
cut my bangs.
I wouldn't go that far, but I don't think it's as important to women to get that confidence. Look at Jackie's not even paying attention.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let her deal.
Jackie,
let her deal with.
How do you
the
feel
problems.
about this? Do you think that it's more of a male thing to have validation and confidence from your achievements in life?
Oh yeah, I mean that's sort of what's happening to me right now, I suppose.
No, because you're a woman. You
No,
can just
I'm
go,
saying
look at my titties.
No, I'm saying what's happening is like someone that I know is making good money now and is feeling more confident.
Who?
And so,
I am I crazy? You act like I should know. Who?
someone that's at my house.
Oh.
And now that he's making more money and feels more like, oh my gosh, this is the most money I've ever made in my life. Like, definitely brings more confidence and like.
So he's like, later, bitch.
The whole, you can do whatever you want now. Like, there's a little ounce of.
Yeah.
I mean, but when I was making more, I know you're joking about the tits thing or whatever, but like as a woman, or maybe you're not, but.
I'm not.
When I was starting to make good money, I didn't become like I can do anything, but I did feel like, it does make you feel. I don't know what the word is. It's
empowered,
horny.
No.
Juristic.
You do. Your stride changes a little bit. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, fuck
get a little pep in your step.
Yeah, look at my titties. Look at this little mini skirt.
You're kind of spinning a different direction. I'm just saying that I think men they get more of their confidence when it comes to the opposite sex when they have achieved success in their
correct.
field.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
all I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
not saying
Yeah.
women don't want to achieve things and don't value that.
No,
It's just-
they're not worried about opposite sex. They're worried about I'm a motherfucking woman. I want to get some motherfucking. I'm gonna fucking
New
be
shoes.
Rosie the Riveter up in this shit house.
Okay, so James goes on to say, so maybe that is your hang up. He's right. Maybe you don't feel like you are where you want to be in life, but but don't be like me and waste all that time trying to figure out.
Yeah, he's right.
Trying to get there because
Fuck
the truth is you're already doing things most people don't have the balls to do.
His name's James?
Yeah, you're chasing...
James, if they made a fucking confidence pill, oh, God, wouldn't we be rich, James?
You're chasing...
We'd be rich!
You're chasing a dream, and that makes... and that takes guts because, truth be told, I may make a lot of money and drive a nice car, but I can't say I'm living or even chasing any dreams. I'm just existing, taking care of my responsibilities, and doing it all over again day after day.
Okay, one quick thing. What kind of car? Email us back.
And
All right,
what
next
kind of
email.
job? And can he get me one?
And your income.
And next email. And also get me a job. Next email.
Wrap up. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the hard work you guys put into giving us something of quality for free, mind you. And so if you miss a week or two, don't sweat it. Keep up the good work, and I'll keep downloading. And I'll try to get other people to do so too. But as you can imagine, the world I live in is not overly populated.
What
people
is his
who give you
job? I
guys
want to
random
know.
choice.
What does he do for a living?
Well, he said he's got a law degree, right?
Oh.
That's awesome, though.
Maybe he'll represent Abed.
He's a lawyer. Can I be his paralegal or something? I need a job.
Sure.
Hire me.
I wrote cartoons.
I'm really good at typing.
How many WPMs?
Oh gosh, in
Words
high
per
school it was
minute.
like 65 or something.
I do 70.
I do 150.
Yeah, right.
So fuck
P.S.
all y'all.
More psychic abilities, please. But I'm sure he already knew that's what I want.
Oh, well, if you had a question, he might have to have an answer for you.
All right.
We're gonna put a pin in the listener email for right now because we got a lot of great ones, but we can't get to them all.
We can, but, a couple of people here choose not to. I'm in for the long haul.
Yeah, because you got the
sit here.
Four Loco bump going.
I got the Loco juice in my motherfucking juice.
I mean, let's just put it this way: we got so many emails that we've got 2 Charlie Wangs. We're coming up to our second. We're lapping Charlie
Well,
Wang
obviously, we save that for next week. Obviously, Genius, Jesus,
Genius,
Jonas brother.
emails. Well,
Okay. All right.
Well, no, hold on. I mean, is there not one you could read?
is there not one, sir?
No.
Is there not one email left? Okay, yeah, hello.
Hey, yo, what's up? Oh, yo, it's me, yo. Psychic abilities, fool,
All
yo.
right. You hear
Yo,
that?
yo.
Hey, Mario,
Hey,
wake
yo.
up. Wake up, Mario.
Yo, hell, yo.
Wake up, Mario.
Hell yeah, I want a psychic abilities, fool. You want to know what you want to know?
Mario, why don't you ask like a question?
Oh, I want to know, does he,
Don't strain yourself, Mario.
is it the end of the level?
No, Mario. How about if you ask him something about your prison experience?
Am I gonna find a love? Oh, hell, yo, all right, you got a Balder,
What?
yeah,
What
you got a Balder.
You got a what?
Oh, I'm psychic abilities, fool. I'm telling them like it is.
I understand that, but what is your advice exactly?
I'm
What is your
telling
prediction?
them- I gotta tell them like it is.
Is Mario going to find love?
You gotta fall in. You gotta fall in. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah!
Mario, does that make any sense to you?
Oh, he make so much sense. I'm gonna go write my book. I'm gonna go write in my book, my journal.
Your journal?
I'm gonna go write in my journal.
That psychic gave you some...
He giving me so much to think about. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna fill up my journal.
Okay. All right, well...
I'm gonna go. Oh,
So that was clear to you. Okay, bye, Mario.
Oh, what else you want to know, fool? Yo, I'm psychic abilities, yo. What do you want to know?
Well, you seem to really impress Mario.
Oh, man, I'm here. What do you need? I'll tell you everything, fool. Yo, Jackie, what's up? What do you want?
I can't take it.
Yo. Yo, Jackie, yo, fool.
Okay, psychic?
Uh-huh. What do you want to know, fool?
Is Abed gonna be okay?
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh. All right, that was episode 21 of the Grandma's Virginity podcast. A big power-packed punch. Huge muscular episode.
It's gonna be a real hornet's
doozy.
nest to
A
edit.
real laugh riot.
Well, I don't think it would be that bad to edit.
Anyways, well, thank you to Kyle Kinane for stopping by. Unfortunately, his interview kind of got a little bumped.
Yeah, we'll have him
cut
back.
A little short for the great
Bagooni.
great appearance of Abed, the free Abed.
Yeah.
And thank you for Abed for telling his very personal story. It was very powerful.
Really beautiful
And,
story for our kids to hear.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone for writing in. We're gonna get to the rest of your emails next week.
Yeah, seriously, we got a ton of emails, but please keep writing in. We really, honestly, I'll tell you what, we're like a giant truck, and our fuel is your emails. I'm telling you, I swear to God, when we get those emails and they're like really positive, and especially from people we've never heard from, and they're like, I fucking, whatever you say, it seriously is what keeps us going. I'm not kidding. I will quit this fucking show. I will give up and lay in my own shit and piss in a closet and without any lights. That's probably the Four Loko talking, but you know what I mean.
Okay, anyways, yeah, write in, I guess. Continue to rate us on iTunes, join our Facebook page.
Yeah, pigsarepeople.com. If you can't find it because you're retarded, just go to pigsarepeople.com and then sign up for Facebook and
tell your friends.
tell your fucking friends. Why don't you tell a fucking friend, for Christ's sake? Maybe sit them down and say, listen to this segment, you piece of shit. And if you don't like it, then I'm not your friend.
Everybody.
What? You can't wait for 2 more minutes?
2 more minutes?
I
Got
2 more
Jackie
minutes. You can turn it
Buscarino,
into,
the
Two
big
more
turd.
2 more minutes.
All right,
we
want to
huh?
thank Chris Pierce for the, I guess,
Wonderful
we're committing to
episode
the
artwork.
episode artwork that he's doing. He did a great job, but I just didn't know if that was this week. Apparently it is. And also, of course, last but not least, we want to say,
Take it home, Justin.
stay out of jail.
Yes.
All
All right, Jackie, take us
Bye,
home.
everybody.
Goodbye.
Jackie, take us home.
Take
Go
us
ahead.
home, Jackie.
Take
I
us
said
out.
bye.
No, but
Mean it.
give him something.
Mean it.
Really.
Come on.
Goodbye.
All right.
All right, well,
That was it.
thank you,
She did
everybody.
it.
Thank you, Jackie.
Oh boy, that was episode 21 for you. What a tumbly ride. Thanks to Abed for his jail story. Thanks to Kyle Kinane for stopping by. And thanks to Chris Pierce for the episode art. Send your emails, episode art, and whatever else to grandmasvirginity@gmail.com. Go to pigsarepeople.com to join our Facebook fan page. I know Facebook is scary and complicated, but all you have to do is type in pigsarepeople.com into your browser. That's all. Rate us on iTunes and vote for us on the Podcast Awards thing. I don't know the details on that. I don't think we're going to win that one anyway. Follow us on Twitter @Grand's Virginity. Follow me on Twitter too @VoiceOver Studio. I'm your announcer, Smith Harrison. Be sure to tune in next time for another big fat juicy one. Goodbye.
No, Mario. How about if you ask him something about your prison experience?
Am I gonna find a love? Oh hell! I got a good answer for you. All right, I give up. Way to go! Way to really. Ah, Jesus! I can't do it. It's just too much. It's just too hard. I'm only human over here. I'm only human. I can only really handle one at a time. When you have one voice that sounds exactly like the next talking to another that sounds exactly like
you're picking 2 4 Locos?
yeah, and you've had 1 Four Loko. Come
right.
on, be on it. Be and a glass of vodka.
I'm just imagining
or
your
tequila.
entire audience just sitting there just totally bummed out right now.
Yeah, just like, oh boy, I really thought he was gonna bring me home.